2007, following a 32-year span over which the programs did not play one another. Since 2007, it has proven to be a streaky series, with Farragut winning 5 in a row from 07 through 2011. West then won the next 4. The Admirals regained the upper hand with 3 consecutive victories between 2016 and 2018, while most recently, the Rebels have taken the last 4 contests. Last year, in a game also played at West, Farragut was buried under a landslide of second-half rushing yards. Despite having 2 punts blocked, the Admirals managed to hold the Rebels to 2 field goals on 4 first-half red zone trips and led at the break 7-6. The Admiral touchdown coming on a 73-yard strike over the middle from Luke Johnson to Ashton Auker. But on the first play of the third quarter, West running back Braden Latham set the tone for the second half, breaking multiple tackles en route to an 80-yard touchdown. Farragut responded with a second Johnson to Auker touchdown connection, this one covering 24 yards, as the Admirals reclaimed the lead 14-12. It was short-lived, though, as West scored rushing touchdowns on its next 4 possessions, twice capitalizing on extremely short fields, while Farragut went 3 and out, threw an interception, and went over on downs. With 8.5 minutes to play, suddenly Farragut was looking up at a 40-14 deficit. The Admirals continued to battle, however, and tacked on a final touchdown at the 4:45 mark, capping an 80-yard drive with a 23-yard hookup between Johnson and Landis Davila. The 40-21 Week 2 victory for the Rebels was an early indication of just how strong a team they had, going on to win the state title in Class 5A, finishing undefeated for the first time in school history. So coming into the night, the Rebels have won 17 straight after taking down Clinton last Friday, 44-12. A turnover by the Dragons at the outset gave West the ball at the Clinton 30. 2 runs by Marshawn Bowers put the Rebels up 7-0, just 37 seconds into the game. 3.5 minutes later, West led 14-0 after a 59-yard catch and run by Devin Jamison. An interception by Rebel safety Antirius McAllister was then returned 67 yards to the Clinton 4, setting up Bauer's second touchdown of the first quarter, West leading 21-0. Another McAllister pick followed, but the Rebels ended up settling for 3 as Patrick Schmidt connected on a 32-yard field goal to make it 24-0 with just over 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. West's next 2 possessions would end in turnovers, a strip sack of Hunter Dance and an interception of Dance, but Clinton could not capitalize either time on great field position and followed up Dance's interception, throwing one of its own, a pick in the end zone by West cornerback Six Ford, which he returned to midfield. That 4th Clinton turnover led to a 40-yard field goal by Schmid and a 27-0 lead for the Rebels. Then, with 45 seconds remaining in the half, Horde struck on offense, reeling in a 40-yard touchdown from Dance to give West a 34-0 cushion at intermission. The Dragons got on the board early in the third quarter following a questionable fumble by Bowers. Damon Marable with a 38-yard scoop and score. Clinton's 2-point try was unsuccessful, and West responded with a kickoff return by Antoine Burdine to the Clinton 29, leading in short order to Bauer's 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening, this one covering 14 yards and extending the Rebel lead to 41-6. The Dragons then fumbled on the first play of the ensuing possession, allowing Schmidt a chance at his 3rd field goal of the night, which he hit from 26 yards, making it 44-6 with 1:35 to go in the 3rd. Against the West reserves, Clinton hit a 32-yard touchdown pass from Joshua Keith to Bryson Maddox for the only points of the 4th quarter. The Rebels cruising to the road win 44-12. Just how generous was Clinton? Consider that West had 69 yards less, 244, than in its 14-10 Week 1 victory over Bearden. As for Farragut last Friday, the Admirals, playing at home, fell behind early to Powell as Panther running back Connor Wheeler ripped off a 74-yard scoring run on the game's first possession. A fumbled handoff by Farragut moments later set the Panthers up with outstanding field position, but the Admiral defense got the ball back as linebacker David Broda stripped Wheeler and cornerback Zane Qureshi-Smith made the recovery at the Farragut 7. Unable to pick up a first down, the Admirals punted, and with the ball at the Farragut 45, Powell threw deep on the first play of the possession, Deuce Rogers connecting with Dylan Stooksbury to give the Panthers a 14-0 advantage with 2:55 remaining in the first quarter. The Panthers answered quickly, though, with a kickoff return to midfield by Marcus Jackson, followed by a 50-yard Wheeler touchdown gallop, pushing Powell back in front 21-14. After the teams combined for 4 scoreless series, Farragut's Lockhart ripped off a 74-yard sprint to the end zone, the only play of the possession, with 29 seconds left in the third. The tying extra point, however, was blocked, and Powell continued to lead 21-20. The Farragut defense would then force a punt, and the Admirals took over at their 33-yard line with 8:42 to play. Picking up 4 first downs and moving to the Powell 32, Farragut found itself facing 4th and 17 with just over 20 seconds remaining. Rather than try a 49-yard field goal, the Admirals threw deep, and for the second week in a row, Cam Duncan and Landis Davila hooked up for a game-winning touchdown in the final seconds. Davila, running the post, beat the safety and cradled Duncan's pass in the east end zone with 14 seconds on the clock. Lockhart then ran in the 2-point conversion to give Farragut a 7-point advantage, 28-21. In the few seconds that remained, the Panthers attempted a double pass, which was incomplete before linebacker Jack Alley dropped Wheeler for a 5-yard loss on the game's final play. The Admirals improving to 2-0 with back-to-back, down-to-the-wire, dramatic victories. In other Week 2 action where Region 2 6A teams were concerned, Hardin Valley moved to 2-0, beating Morristown East 36-10. Maryville dispatched Central 52-6 and is now 2-0. Cleveland is also 2-0 after knocking off McMinn County 25-10. Bradley Central beat Tyner 40-7. The Bears likewise are off to a 2-0 start. And Bearden fell at Alcoa 17-13. The Bulldogs a hard luck 0-2. As for tonight's games involving Region 2 6A teams, in addition to our matchup with Farragut visiting West, it will be Hardin Valley hosting Cocke County, Bearden entertains Anderson County, Cleveland calls on Walker Valley, and in the first intra-region contest of the season, Maryville travels to Bradley Central. In Region 1 6A, West Ridge welcomes Dobbins-Bennett, Jefferson County makes the trip to Science Hill, and in a non-region affair, William Blount visits Heritage for the annual Battle of the Bell. Turning to Class 1A in Region 1, Cloudland calls on Hancock County, North Green hosts Jellicoe, and in non-region tilts, Cosby plays at Union County while Unaka entertains Twin Springs, Virginia. In Region 2 1A, Coalfield calls on Greenback, Midway makes the short trip to Rockwood, Oliver Springs hosts Harriman, and Oakdale is at Sunbright. In Region 3 1A, South Pittsburgh travels to Copper Basin, and in non-region contests, Whitwell welcomes Joe Burns, Chattanooga Prep calls on Brainerd, Lookout Valley visits Grundy County, and Sale Creek entertains Bledsoe County. Moving to Class 2A in Region 1, last night, South Green spanked visiting Cumberland Gap 47-0. Also last night, in non-region matchups, West Green 14-3. Tonight in the non-region game, Hampton is at Pisgah, North Carolina, while in Region 3 2A, Monterey plays host to East Robertson. Turning to Class 3A, in Region 1, Johnson County travels to Claiborne, and Unicoi County entertains Pigeon Forge. A single region matchup in 4 3A tonight as Sequatchie County welcomes Watertown. Moving to Class 4A in Region 1, Elizabethton is at Granger. Greenville hosts Cherokee. Sullivan East visits Volunteer. And in a non-region matchup last night, Northview Academy defeated Seymour 28-21. In Region 3 4A, Loudon travels to Soddy Daisy. Sequoia is at Signal Mountain. Red Bank entertains Eastridge. And in a non-region contest, Hickson visits Ottawa. In Region 4 4A, Cumberland County makes the short trip to Stone Memorial. Upperman goes to Macon County. And Livingston Academy visits DeKalb County. Shifting to Class 5A in Region 1, Daniel Boone hosts David Crockett in the annual Musket Bowl. Tennessee High welcomes Morristown West to the Stone Castle. And in a non-region tilt, Sevier County plays host to Lenoir City. As for Division 2, Christian Academy is at Boyd Buchanan. Grace Christian entertains Chattanooga Christian. Webb welcomes Silverdale. Notre Dame travels to Lakeway Christian. McCallie plays host to St. Xavier, Ohio. Catholic entertains St. John Paul II out of Alabama. And Baylor hosts Archbishop Stepinac out of New York. In the remaining non-region games across East Tennessee, last night Oak Ridge defeated Powell 35-21 at Blankenship. Tonight, Campbell County calls on Kings Academy. Clinton travels to Scott. East Hamilton entertains Franklin County. Howard hosts Republic. Chattanooga Central is at Marion County. McMinn Central plays at Polk County. McMinn County welcomes Tyner. Meigs County calls on Kingston. Sweetwater visits Tellico Plains. Alcoa hosts Tottenville, New York. Carter goes to Gatlinburg-Pittman. Gibbs entertains Carnes. Central plays host to Ray County. Austin East is at South Doyle. And Fulton welcomes Halls. A full slate of Week 3 action and a much more pleasant evening in terms of heat and humidity than that of last Friday as Farragut takes to the road for the first time this season, squaring off with the Rebels of West. Just ahead, we'll get a look at the anticipated starters for both the Admirals and Rebels when the Farragut football pregame show continues on West 105, our stadium cast on FM 91.5, worldwide at WFIV.com, and accompanying VDC Productions video stream linked through FarragutFootball.com.
Hello, this is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Check.
There are sports pubs everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning wings and much more. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub in Knoxville. Yes, we have great wings, but there is a lot of etc. for everyone. Gourmet burgers, wraps, salads, subs, appetizers, and awesome food and drink specials. A great kids menu, too. After the big game or anytime, Wings Etc. offers good food and great times. Wings Etc. Knoxville, the official location for high school football and proud sponsor of the Farragut Admirals. Go Admirals!
Welcome back into our Farragut football pregame show from West High School, where tonight the 2-0 Admirals meet the 2-0 West Rebels. The all-time series is tied 14 wins apiece with 3 ties over the years. And since the series resumed in 2007, it's also all even at 8 wins apiece for both the Rebels and the Admirals. West winners of 17 in a row, and Farragut an improbable 2-0, winning in dramatic fashion both weeks 1 and 2, as tonight they take on the defending Class 5A state champions. Let's get a look at the starting lineups. First, for Coach Eddie Courtney on offense at left tackle, it'll be number 51, Davis Smith, 5'11", 225, a senior. At left guard, it'll be Jacob Cabrera, number 71, 5'11", 230, a junior. The center, number 53, Roger McNair, 6'2", 255, a senior. Right guard, number 60, Nathan Harville. I've got those reversed. Harville tonight is at left guard. He's 6', 255, a senior. Cabrera is at right guard. Right tackle is number 64, Avery Moore, 6'1", 250, a senior. That offensive line of the Admirals averages 6', 243. At tight end, it'll be splitting time. Number 12, Noah Gunter, a senior, and Brooks Burnett, also a senior. Last year, Gunter had 3 catches against West for 22 yards. Burnett on the season here in 2023 has a pair of receptions good for 26 yards. The wideouts will be number 1, junior Robbie Jacobs, 3 catches on the year, including a 74-yard touchdown on Farragut's first offensive possession against Dobbins-Bennett. In the slot, number 9, Jordan Shepard, 3 catches on the season. Yet to see Jordan break one in the receiving game. Of course, he opened the season with a kickoff return and then shortly thereafter had an interception in the end zone. So big plays continue to come from the Farragut slot man and weak safety. But waiting to see him explode on one of those receptions as we did 3 times a year ago. Number 5, Landis Davila, has made the 2 game-winning catches the first 2 games of this 2023 season. 9 catches total, good for 139 yards. That's 15.4 per reception, and the 2 touchdowns along of 32. Against Powell, 5 catches for 76 yards and the game-winning touchdown last Friday night. A year ago against West, Landis had 3 catches for 45 yards, including a touchdown. At quarterback, it'll be number 6, Cam Duncan. 6'5", 185-pound senior, 11 of 16 last week for 102 yards and the game-winning touchdown. 4 rushes, good for 10 yards. On the season, completing 68% of his passes, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and the long of 74, again going to Robbie Jacobs, the first pass he threw this season. First pass he threw of his varsity career. Running backs 3 and 2. Troy Lockhart and Wyatt Drummey. Both of them are seniors. Both of them went over 100 yards last week against Powell. Lockhart carried 21 times for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. Drummey carried 18 times, 132 yards and 1 touchdown. Drummey's averaging 6.6 yards per carry. Lockhart 5.7. And both of them have been used a little bit in the receiving game out of the offensive backfield. Drummey 1 catch for 4 yards. Lockhart 1, and it lost a couple of yards. Let's see. Place kickers, Ryan McHugh, 1 of 1 on field goals, 41-yarder against DB, 5 of 5 on his PATs, had 1 blocked last week. That goes to the team, however. 3 of his 10 kickoffs have resulted in touchbacks. It'll be at holder, Noah Haig, and long snapper, Roger McNear. For West defensively, up front, number 52, Cam Leggett, a junior, 235 pounds, will split time with number 35, Eamon Mohammed, a 212-pound senior. Mohammed has actually gotten the start the first 2 weeks, but both have played, and both appear to be, as you expect with this West defense year after year, really good D linemen. Nose guard is a newcomer, Wyatt DeRoche, and he has acquitted himself well. 12 hits already, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery. DeRoche, 6 foot, 231-pound junior. And at defensive end, the star of the group, number 44, C.J. Smith, 6'3", 250, a senior, 8 hits on the season, 1 tackle for loss. The inside backers are a pair of good ones. Number 15, Ryan Scott, is a senior, 14 hits, 3 tackles for loss, and also one of those being a sack, and he has an interception. Jack Keith beside him, number 28, also has a pick. He has 13 hits total, 1 tackle for loss. Keith, a 190-pound junior, against Scott's a 205-pound senior. Those inside backers, again, really good for this West defense. The outside backers, number 21, Bryson Leyva, is a 176-pound senior, 10 hits and a tackle for loss. Also at outside backer, number 18, Anderson Smith, 6'3", 200, a senior. He, too, has a tackle for loss. So they'll bring those guys up on the line of scrimmage and give a 4-down lineman look frequently. Cornerbacks, number 9, Connor Cummings, transfer. He's a senior. And number 6 Horde, is a 150-pound senior. Last week he had both a fumble recovery and an interception against Clinton. The safeties will be number 2, Marshawn Bowers, a senior, and splitting time will be Antwain Burdine and Antirius McAllister. McAllister got the start the last 2 weeks, responded with a couple of interceptions last week against Clinton. One of them he returned over 60 yards down to the 4-yard line, and West punched it in 1 play later. That West defense has 6 takeaways on the season, 1 on special teams, and a +3 turnover margin. Farragut, by the way, with only 1 turnover offensively, and their margin is +2. Farragut's offense averaging 22.5 points per game, 289 yards, 153 on the ground, 136 through the air. West defense allowing an average of 8 points per game. And last week, Clinton able to rush for 98 yards, pass for 120, so 218 total for the Dragons a week ago in their 44-12 loss to this West Rebels squad. Taking a look at the other side, first Jonas Bolig will be the punter for West, and Gus Gladden will be the long snapper. Looking at the other side of the lineup sheet for West offensively, Deshaun Battle is the left tackle. 58, Britton Carver is the left guard. The center, number 64, Brody McFalls, is a 298-pound junior at center. Right guard, number 54, Stephen Johnson, 253, a junior. Right tackle, number 67, Jack Codavilla, is a 241-pound junior. That offensive line, 6'2", 265 for the West Rebels. Big tight end, number 26, Dominic Davis, 244-pound junior. He's spelled occasionally by Joey Wilson, who weighs 200 and is a senior. The wideouts, number 5, David Dreda, is a junior. He came up big in the Bearden game. 3 catches, 59 yards, a long of 35. That was on the game-winning drive when West was backed up against its own goal line, and Dreda made a big third down or fourth down and long catch out nearly to midfield. Thade Sterling will be in the slot. Last year he had 1 catch against Farragut, good for 7 yards. Antoine Burdine, an outside receiver for the Rebels, couple of catches on the year. Connor Cummings will be in the receiver rotation as well. And Six Horde, who is not listed as a starter but really has done the lion's share of the damage in the receiving corps thus far for the Rebels. 3 catches, 91 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and they've handed the ball to him on a jet sweep, gaining 10 yards. Quarterback is a newcomer, senior Hunter Dance, as we'll be talking with Coach Courtney here shortly. A lot of similarities between Dance and Farragut's Cam Duncan in their situations. But Dance is 21 of 38, 55% completion on the year, 301 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, a long of 59. Not the most mobile quarterback, 7 rushes, minus 10 yards. Running backs will be number 2, Marshawn Bowers, a senior. He's averaging 5.4 yards per rush, 4 touchdowns on the season. He's also caught 6 balls, good for 8.8 per reception. And Devin Jamison will be in the offensive backfield, spelling Bowers. He's more the scat back, Bowers more the power back. Jamison just 135 pounds. Last year had a long touchdown run against Farragut, 1 of 4 carries, good for 72 yards. Only averaging 2.2 here early on, but caught a little swing pass last week and took it 59 yards to the house against the Dragons of Clinton. Place kicker Patrick Schmid of West is a good one. The holder is Jonas Bolig, the long snapper Gus Gladden. For Farragut defensively, a little bit of a change up front. Defensive end number 56, Nael Caro, is a 225-pound senior. 1 sack on the season for Nael. At defensive tackle, it will be Luke Hill tonight, returning to the lineup. Number 97, 6'1", 200, a senior. Defensive tackle number 40, Matt Purvis, 225, a senior. And at defensive end, earning that start after his outstanding play last week, where he had 4 hits and a tackle for loss, Harrison Kilpatrick, the junior, 185 pounds at defensive end. So Farragut will also get Jet Piper in the rotation. He's a 195-pound senior. So that Farragut offensive or defensive line, the 5 primary D linemen, average 6'1", 206, again compared to West's offensive line average of 6'2", 265. Admirals with Jack Alley and David Broda, the inside backers. Alley leading Farragut, no surprise there, with 20 hits on the season, 4 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble. David Broda's got 17 hits and a forced fumble. The strong safety, number 15, Kent Carbaugh, is a junior. Jordan Shepard is the weak safety. He's got a pick on the season that came early against Dobbins Bennett in the end zone. The free safety is number 5, Landis Davila. He also has an interception. And the cornerbacks, number 27, Zane Qureshi-Smith, the sophomore. He had a recovery versus Powell last week on a ball that was stripped from running back for Powell Connor Wheeler's grasp by David Broda, and Smith with the recovery inside the Farragut 10-yard line. Robbie Jacobs is the other corner, number 1. He's a junior. So that's a look at the starters. Farragut's defense allowing on average 19 points per game and 316 yards. West's offense averaging 29 points and 279 yards. The Rebels 128 on the ground, 151 through the air. So we welcome in Brett Clendenin and Tyler Carr. And guys, it feels like every week you kind of step it up a little bit. Felt like Powell last week was perhaps athletically a little bit better than what we saw against Dobbins Bennett, maybe equally physical, at least on film. That was the anticipation. Tonight, you've got a team that perhaps is more athletic than Powell, more physical than either team they've played, and it's going to be a big challenge certainly here tonight at West.
Yeah, I mean, West is we've had our issues with them over the years. The front 7 specifically has been difficult to run on. They're big. They've always been big, but they're so athletic in their front 7 with big guys who can move. So we're hoping to obviously establish the run game. Run game looked much better in week 2, Tyler, and hoping to stay balanced and get a big win and hit Lightning 3 times in a row.
It sort of seems like the Florida-Tennessee matchups, that the team that wins the rushing battle wins the ball game, and I think that's going to be very effective. And I go back to thinking about some things that Coach Courtney said at the first game of the year and asking him questions of the year. Why do you play some of these teams in non-conference play? You know, why do you look at a West? Why do you look at a Dobbins-Bennett? Why do you look at a Powell? Because those are the teams that are going to prepare you to get in the playoffs and go run deep. And you look at this team tonight, they're going to prepare you for Bradley Central with the athleticism. They're going to prepare you for Cleveland, who looks like $1 million when they step off the bus. They're probably going to prepare you for Maryville because they're going to be athletic and they're going to do some things very, very well.
We think about the passing game tonight, Tyler, and Brett, because you mentioned like whoever wins the running game. I think most times that's proven to be accurate. Farragut has lit up West on occasion with the passing game. It was just a couple of years ago that Dawson Moore set a school record with 380 yards passing at Bill Claybo Field against the Rebels, and that night Trace Corum set a school record as well in receiving yardage. However, West has consistently won on the ground, and they've won the last 4 matchups between these two teams. Still, Farragut's going to have to be balanced. You're not going to be able, I don't think, to line up and just run at this front 7 of the Rebels. And so Cam Duncan has taken good care of the ball. He has not put it in harm's way. But tonight, I feel like the receivers, it's a little bit on the receivers. They got to compete for balls. They're going to be covered probably better tonight than they have been the first 2 weeks. They got to compete for some balls. They need to come back to the ball on those digs and the stops, the button hooks and all of that. They really need to come back to the ball and help out Duncan. And it's those little things, attention to detail tonight, that would be big, because if the Rebels snare one, I tell you what, they got their eyes on 6 going the other way.
Yeah, and when you look at West, I mean, obviously they've run the ball better than us the last couple of years. I mean, even a couple Gavin Wilkinson games, he threw the ball really well a couple times, but we just couldn't get any sort of running game going. And obviously the running game week 2 looked magnificently better than week 1. And so, yeah, you're going to have to play clean. You're going to have to help your quarterback. There's no doubt about it. Good to have Luke Hill back at defensive end. And obviously, we saw some young guys step up last week, so it could be a blessing in disguise, as you discussed last week, Eric. And we've got our hands full. We've had a couple toss-ups start the year. We found a way to win. We've been in our best in the fourth quarter, and we're going to have to do all of that and more tonight to get the W.
And also very important about establishing the pass game and the run game and being balanced. You're not going to let this Rebels defense pin their ears back and come after a young quarterback that's, you know, you look at Cam, he's athletic, he's big, he's got a nice arm. But if you allow this front 7, Brett, if you've talked about him, if you let them pin their ears back and just say, okay, my job is right now to get to you, you're in for a long night. So I think if you get a good dose of Lockhart, you get a good dose of Wyatt Drummy running in there tonight, it's going to open up some things in the pass game.
West had a punt blocked by Bearden, and we'll see. Farragut hadn't gotten one of those yet this year, but West last year blocked 2 of Farragut's punts. And you go back 3 years, right before halftime, a big play in the game, they blocked a punt here at Bill Wilson Field that was a big momentum shifter right before intermission. And so Coach Courtney's going to be talking about that here briefly, but that's one of those areas tonight where you feel like, you can't lose decisively there with the punting.
Well, and the interesting thing about special teams, West has been known to have pretty good special teams over the year. Talking to some of the coaches a couple of days ago, I think they feel like they've got an advantage in the kicking game, right? The punting is not fantastic for
just don't have a dedicated punter like we've had.
Yeah, which is a little bit different. The sophomore's been great, obviously, for us. But in that return and coverage game, Eric, that's a big concern. West has obviously got a lot of athletes. You can't have any big plays there. It's going to be hard enough to win the other 2 phases, but special teams, you're going to have to be tight.
And that comes down to what, one of the core values of this program, I feel like, is special teams will make or break some things for you. Talking with some other coaches in the area that, we're looking at matchups, we're just sort of chit-chatting, talking about what we're seeing, and they said tonight is going to be a measuring stick game. That this game right here, there's going to be a lot of people that check eyes on this because they want to know a couple things. Is Farragut for real? Because tonight's going to really show a lot of people, I think, in the area that if you beat this team in West tonight, you establish yourself as a front runner in the region. And then number 2, it also gives you a chance for other teams that are looking at West going, are they as for real as they appear to be? We've only seen them, briefly against, on that Saturday game. It was a little off kilter. Was that their best potential against Bearden? And then last week, I just don't think Clinton has the linemen to stay with that front 7 of the West.
It was incredibly sloppy by Clinton. You cannot believe how poorly they played. They gifted West the game in the first quarter. So we'll see. Those are some thoughts from Tyler and Brett, myself, and we'll get some thoughts from Coach Eddie Courtney coming up on the other side of this 30-second break as you listen to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on West 105.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22
just
years,
30
we
here,
are
and
proud and humbled
go
by how
roll
this
coach,
community
and
has
we'll probably
embraced
just do 30
We are
afterwards,
proud to
but
sponsor
I'll let
the
you know,
broadcast
Dusty.
of the
Thank
Admirals
you.
games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Kohl's Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
Welcome back to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on West 105, online at WFIV.com, and accompanying BDC Productions video stream, linked through FarragutFootball.com, as the Admirals play away from home for the first time this season, taking on the Rebels of West. Both teams bring 2-0 records into the matchup, West having defeated Bearden 14-10 and Clinton 44-12, while Farragut has opened 2023 with a pair of thrilling finishes. Cam Duncan and Landis Davila connecting on touchdowns in the final seconds to beat both Dobbins Bennett 24-17 and Powell a week ago 28-21. I'm pleased to be joined at this time by Farragut head coach Eddie Courtney. And, Coach, there have been a lot of victories over the years that have been secured in the final few seconds. This probably is not a fair question. I should have prepped you for this. But can you recall another time when such a thing has occurred? Back-to-back weeks, never mind even to begin a season.
No, I don't think back-to-back. We've had some pretty big excitement week all these years. But, no, back-to-back and doing it, once we were 14 points up and came back, another we were behind 14 points and came back. So it shows a lot of character of these young men and how much confidence they got in each other and how much love they have for each other just to perform and close games out at the end.
That's interesting, Coach. Like you say, 14 up, 14 down, whatever the case, they made the play at the end. The other thing that's an interesting contrast on these similar endings is that the game-winning drive versus Dobbins-Bennett took 1 minute 36 seconds, and the game-winning drive against Powell, 8 minutes 28 seconds. Exactly what was needed in each instance.
It sure was. And again, I commend our players. I commend our coaches for making the adjustments we had to, and clock management there at the end, both on both sides of it, and the players executing the plan.
So the game-winning heroics, again, coming on a Duncan to Davila touchdown connection, but Farragut's not within striking range without the drastically improved run game, which churned out 240 more yards than in week one. And to my eyes, Coach, everyone was involved, invested, all the way down the line, from the offensive lineman all the way down to the receivers blocking on the outside.
Well, that was our number one challenge all week. First thing was get through the heat, and our kids handled it well. We were in shells every day and hydrated. But number two, we worked hard on the run game. We knew that was one thing we had to improve for our football team to move on, and we made the improvement we had to from week 1 to 2. But I was proud of the start of the offensive line, the execution with our running backs and receivers blocking as well as we were catching the football, and Cam just controlling running our offense and not trying to force things.
Troy Lockhart finished 21 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wyatt Drummy, 18 carries, 132 yards, 1 touchdown. It's the first time in a while that I can remember 2 backs, Coach, being over 100 yards.
Well, that's what we wanted. We told both of them, you got to play your role in it. With Wyatt, it's more of a physical practice, get downhill, get the 34 yards, 5 yards, what we need. And then Troy has that speed that a lot of people don't think he has. And once he gets through the line of scrimmage, he's going to try to score. And, runs well behind his pads. He has great balance. Of course, the speed part of it's what makes him separate.
And for the second week, Coach, the defense got better as the game went on. Jack Alley, your star linebacker, he was Jack Alley, what we've come to expect. But then there's also a guy like defensive end Harrison Kilpatrick who's forced into action and responds with a really solid game.
Well, it is, and it gave him a chance now. He's going to be in the start lineup tonight, and then we're going to move Luke back down inside where he should be, and so we feel like we'll be even stronger this week.
Turning to tonight's opponent, the West Rebels, looking first at their offense. History suggests, Coach, that they're going to want to run power behind that big offensive line and 244-pound tight end / H-back.
It seems like we've said this 3 weeks in a row now about the size, the physicality of the offense that we're playing with Kingsport, Powell, and now with West. They're very athletic at skill positions and very big and physical at the interior trenches. And so our game plan this week is just continue to be physical. Our play, we're going to have to do some things to get off blocks quicker, just to slow down the running game, because they have two guys that can hurt you in the running game. Got to play the play-action pass and those shots over well.
First-year West quarterback, Hunter Dance, a senior with a lot of similarities in his situation to that of Farragut senior quarterback, Cam Duncan. It's interesting, Coach, that Dance, like Duncan, orchestrated a game-winning 2-minute drill in his first start, during which, like Duncan, he completed passes to overcome third and fourth down before hitting the touchdown. But Dance was certainly at his best when the chips were down.
Well, he's been in that program. He understands what they want there, and he's waited patiently his time, and you can see that, he's executing and he's having fun just like Cam is right now. That's two guys that's been committed to their team and been very loyal to their team, and then now they get a chance to be the guy, and they're trying to step up and do that.
Defensively, it seems like West, at least the last few years, has been consistently tough to run on. Farragut has had some record-breaking passing performances against the Rebels, but like everyone else has struggled to get much done rushing the ball. Certainly defensive end C.J. Smith and linebacker Ryan Scott are familiar names, but the entire front and linebacking core, again, looks quite stout, Coach.
Well, they have great size and strength. They're very strong. They can hold their blocks, real well, and then get off when they need to, but they don't get pushed back off the line of scrimmage. And that's a credit to Lamar, and it's what he believes in his defensive scheme, and he does a good job. He spends his time on that. You can't go undefeated and win the state championship if you don't play solid defense like they did last year. And those kids have picked up, even the guys that are new this year in the starting roles, understand what's expected, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. You can see that on film.
And on the back end, they've got guys who can really break on the ball and make athletic plays, as evidenced, Coach, by their 3 picks in the secondary last week.
Yes, when you say skilled athletes, that's been their forte the last 3 years, and it goes into as much this year as it was last year and the year before. But again, we've got to be smart, play disciplined football, and control our part of it, and then just try and make plays and fight through the turnover situations.
What about the special teams matchup and how you're feeling about your special teams units for a game like this?
Eric, we spend a lot of time on special teams, and that's been the big disappointment the last 2 years in this game with the West, that they've been able to capitalize on mistakes we've made with the special teams. And we've tried to really be detailed this week in special teams, all the little things, and try to effort as well as your technique, and then execute what you're asked to do. So it's something that I'm expecting to be much better on versus West and give us a chance to make some plays as well on special teams.
So it's Farragut and West, a most interesting early season battle, both looking to get to 3-0. What have you and your staff, Coach, primarily emphasized this week in preparing the team for tonight's matchup?
Well, I think starting this week we had, I thought, really good practices. Our kids executed the game plan real well with a lot of confidence. But it goes back to discipline. We told them you got to play the game. There are going to be some back and forth emotions and things and plays and stuff. You just got to play through that, be disciplined. We got to play with physicality. I think we've done that the first 2 weeks, but we've tried to really emphasize it even more this week. And offensively, you got to be able to be balanced, run and pass. And then we've got to fit on defense. We've got to be able to fit on our assignments and get off blocks, but also contain what we're supposed to be responsible for. And then, again, as I said just a minute ago, we've got to win the special team situation, and that's what we've got to do, I feel like, tonight in the game.
Coach, thank you, and I wish the Admirals the best tonight.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.
That's Farragut head coach Eddie Courtney sharing his thoughts in advance of tonight's matchup at West. Just ahead, we'll have the coin toss and opening kickoff. It's a Farragut Football Friday night on West 105 around Bill Wilson Field on our Stadium Cast frequency of FM 91.5, worldwide at WFIV.com, and in lockstep with BDC Productions video stream linked through FarragutFootball.com.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
30 seconds,
You're listening to West 105.
Hi, I'm Angie Cody with the Angie Cody team, brokered by eXp Realty. I've been asked recently, is now a good time to buy a house? Of course it is. I'm seeing less multiple offers, which means less competition. Home prices are leveling off, and we have an increase in inventory. If you're thinking about buying, please reach out to me at angiecody.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Captain's just about set to head out to midfield here at Bill Wilson Field on the campus of West High School, as the Admirals in the road white tonight with the Navy numerals outlined in gray, wearing the gray pants with the white stripe outlined in navy, and representing Farragut tonight will be number 3, Troy Lockhart. Number 5, Landis Davila. Number 40, Matt Purvis. And number 53, Roger McNear. Meanwhile, for the West Rebels, who wear Navy jerseys tonight with the white numerals outlined in red, white pants. No stripe on those pants for the Rebels. It'll be Thade Sterling, 6 Horde, Anderson Smith, and the quarterback Hunter Dance representing West.
Hey, this is Ralph, okay? I'm Jay, okay? I sent you out here to be the captain tonight. Take care of your team. Be the captain, okay? Somebody's doing
Officiating crew talking with the captains right now as Tyler Carr listens in for us.
He said he's going to be nice and let you call it. What do you want, heads or tails?
Tails. Roger McNair called tails.
Back up. Tails. It's a tail.
We want to defer. Farragut has won the coin toss and has deferred to the second half.
The clock in the second quarter. All right. You'll keep away from the clock. Turn around facing that way.
So thank you, Tyler. And Farragut, I think all 3 times this season that they've won the coin toss. In week 1, they opted to take the football, and Jordan Shepard returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Week 2, Farragut reverted to its more customary form, winning the coin toss and deferring to the second half. Fell behind Powell 14-0, jumped on Dobbins-Bennett 14-0. Both of them, though, came down to last-second touchdown passes from Cam Duncan to Landis Davila. So, we're just about set for action here at West High School. And should be, it's a very pleasant night for high school football, thankfully, being in the bleachers as we are, and the equipment is not frying under an intense sun on this first day of September. Nice night, all told, once you get set up. Actually preferable, Brett, to being on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of work for you early on, but feels fantastic now. And Admiral's trying to make a statement, try to go 3-0 against one of the better teams in the area. Should be a good one tonight, Eric.
Should be a lot of fun, as Farragut will, of course, have kicking off. Ryan McHugh, 3 of his 10 kickoffs this season have been touchbacks. And West will have Marshawn Bowers back deep, as well as 6 Horde and Antoine Burdine. Bowers in the middle of the field stands back close to the goal line, and at the 5 and 10 yard lines respectively, 6 Horde and Antoine Burdine. So McHugh will be kicking right to left. The sun is to our right, and so West is kind of looking into a setting sun as McHugh approaches, and we are full speed ahead from West High School. Good crowd on hand, and this will bound into the end zone as Bowers saw it bounce at the 1 and kick into the end zone for a touchback. Eric Gerhardt, Brett Clendenin, Tyler Carr with you here at West High School. Brandon Campbell behind the camera if you're watching the live stream presented by the Farragut Boosters. The links there, live game broadcast video stream links provided at farragutfootball.com. Dusty Street back at our WFIV studios, and we appreciate you joining us. We've got a stadium cast up and running on 91.5. We sometimes get some interference down in this hole off Sutherland Avenue. So to make sure Tyler can hear and anybody else that might have some issues listening to the broadcast on FM 105.3. We got it on 91.5 for those here in and around West High. They'll throw it down the line. That'll be Burdine, and Farragut wraps him up at the 26-yard line as Broda and Carbaugh, as well as Davila, in on the tackle. So Burdine makes the reception, and it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, pretty slow developing screen there to the short side, but he's able to get hard to see the down distance from our spot. But, yeah, it's 2nd and 4.
Ball on the near side hash as West moves left to right. That's towards Farragut. And the handoff is going to be to Bowers right up the middle through behind the center. He goes to the 34-yard line. That'll be an 8-yard gain. And our initial Service Street Auto Repair first down of the ball game.
Yeah, good push right up the middle there, Tyler.
And you look at it right now, the Admirals got sort of a different look with Caro sort of playing like an outside jack backer right now. Sort of a different look, giving a little bit more of a Alabama-ish defensive look for the Admirals.
He's on one end, and Farragut will wrap up the ball carrier. Matt Purvis grabs Bowers right around the line of scrimmage. The other end is Harrison Kilpatrick. The tackles are Purvis and Luke Hill. So a little more beef on the defensive line this week, getting Luke Hill moved inside the defensive tackle, and Kilpatrick, having played so well last week in a Hill's absence, gets the start at defensive end. So let's call that was a 2-yard gain perhaps for Bowers. 2nd down and 8, maybe 2nd down and 9 from the
start.
35.
Admirals did a good job of not jumping, and I guess West moved ever so slightly.
Challenge tonight being out here in the open air is paperweights. Make sure the paperwork doesn't go flying everywhere.
Yep.
We all know you're going to go crazy without everything taped to the wall.
I know it. I don't know what to do with myself. 5-yard penalty against West backs them up to the 30-yard line where it should be 2nd down and I think 14 yards to go. And back to pass is Dance, and he'll throw short, and it goes through the hands of the receiver Sterling at the 39-yard line as they threw to the Farragut sideline, the near sideline, and it'll be 3rd down coming up here for the Rebels.
Yeah, a little out route, little 2-man game to the slot receiver, and Shepard all over that out route.
So Farragut's opposition on 3rd down, 30%, 6 of 20. As Farragut tries to get off the field after allowing only the one Service Street Auto Repair 1st down thus far, that on an 8-yard run by Bowers after initial 6-yard completion to Entwain Burdine. So from the 30-yard line, it's 3rd down and long, 13, 14 yards to go for the Rebels, 2 receivers to each side, and the big H back in the ball game. They'll throw over the middle. They got a man open, and Sterling dropped it at the 48-yard line. He had 1st down yardage. Farragut safeties trying to get some things straightened away as to whose man that was and what the coverage was, because West had 1st down yardage easily, but Sterling just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, just a really nice route, a little seam route, and Sterling wide open for the 1st down. Just couldn't come up with it. Going to force a punt. Wonderful to see.
1 1st down, now the punt, and the punter for the West Rebels is Jonas Bolig. He's a junior. Averaging 29.7 yards per punt. He has 1 inside the 20. Farragut's Landis Davila awaiting at the 30-yard line for the Admirals as the long snap will come back from Gus Gladden, a freshman. Punt is away. Pretty good one. Davila right where he was standing. Fields it at the 30 and will spin to the 32, no farther. Good downfield pursuit by West. And chirping here at the outset is Jack Keith for the Rebels.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Jack Keith, bringing in the big Davila on the return, but the Admirals have the football at the 32-yard line.
And if you're the Admirals, that possession obviously is a win. You got them out on 4 downs, but you also made West go vertical. I think that if you let them play east to west, that's where their speed and their athleticism is going to get you. If you make them go straight north and south, I think you can make this offense work a little bit harder with a young quarterback.
Farragut from its 33-yard line, ball closer to the far side hash than the nearest. The Admirals move right to left. That's towards downtown on this first possession. 3 receivers. They'll hand it off, and it'll be Lockhart through the middle, and a good push from the 33 to the 37. It'll be a 4-yard gain on 1st down for Troy Lockhart, who a week ago rushed the ball 21 times against Powell, gaining 147 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that running game just looked absolutely different from week 2 to week 1, and Drummy and Lockhart were a big reason why.
Hope you'll be with us all night long. We'll have our Dennis Hall Auto Service halftime show, and at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, as part of our postgame report, we'll be selecting Blair House Antiques players of the game. Here's a pass looking for Robbie Jacobs, and he is going to be unable to make the catch at midfield after the ball glanced off his hands. He was hit by McAllister. And it'll be 3rd down for Farragut.
Yeah, tried to fit the slant in between the safety and the corner. Safety McAllister leveled him as it's going to force a 3rd down.
3rd down and about 5 yards to go. So Lockhart gained 5 on 1st, incomplete on 2nd. And Farragut on the season, 3rd downs, 5 of 18, 28%. They throw short, right side, and I think it was dropped. Burnett was the intended receiver. And Cummings was in coverage. I don't know if he got his hand in there or if it had already been dropped. But Farragut's going to go 3 and out. Good-looking first down play, but then 2 incompletions. And I think that was maybe just juggled, and then it was knocked out for good measure. And I don't even think it was Cummings. I think it was Leyva, the outside backer, who got maybe a hand in there to make sure that Burnett couldn't grab it perhaps on a carom.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was even enough for the first down. It looked like it was a yard or two short, but going to force a punt regardless for Burnett.
Looks like there's a timeout by the Rebels here early in the first quarter.
West going to use a timeout. No score, 9:13 to go, opening quarter as Farragut prepares to punt the ball away from the 37-yard line. Seems like I keep moving it back and forth between the 37 and the 38, or maybe that's just the marker here on the near sideline. But with timeout on the field, let's get a 30-second break. We'll return with more. It's a Farragut Football Friday night on West 105. Our stadium cast on FM 91.5, worldwide, WFIV.com, and accompanying BDC Productions video stream linked through FarragutFootball.com.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Burnett punts, and it goes 30 yards. It's mishandled by the West return man, 6 Horde, but he, after muffing it, covers it up. So 30 yards, no return, and West from its 33-yard line with its second possession of the ball game. Ball in the middle of the field, West moving left to right as you listen in this opening quarter. This will be a handoff, and this is Jamison coming to the near side. He's the scat back, and he'll be wrapped up by Farragut's Luke Hill and Landis Davila. And Jamison moves to the 39-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, good push off the right side there to get it 2nd and 4.
Bowers, 2 carries, 9 yards. Jamison, his first carry, gaining 6 for the Rebels. They'll give it to him again, and Farragut stacks him up and pushes him back shy of the line to make as a 1-yard gain.
Broda and Carball at the bottom of the pile for the Admirals.
So 3rd down. Neither team's picked up a 3rd down yet. There's only been the one Service Street Auto Repair first down. West got that right out of the gates. 6-yard pass followed by an 8-yard run by Marshawn Bowers. So here is 3rd down. Hunter Dance 1 of 3 through the air for 6 yards. Hadn't been helped any by his receivers. As Horde comes in motion, they give it to him sweeping. Carball's got him wrapped up and is going to throw him down for a loss back at the 28-yard line. At the 29-yard line, excuse me. And so
34.
Thank you, Tyler. 34. Eyes deceiving me. This low angle. That's a 6-yard loss.
Carball, just a really good player. You know, kind of your nickel outside linebacker. Made a great play on the jet sweep left on 3rd and 4, and he's able to make the tackle to force another punt.
Davila dropping back to about the 26-yard line for the Admirals. As West brings their gunners inside to protect against the punt block. It looks like they learned some lessons a couple weekends ago.
Bolig to punt, the freshman Gladden with the long snap. Wobbly punt. Davila's going to have a return from the 31-yard line. Landis to the 40, across the way on the west sideline. He gets across the 45-yard line to the 46 and brought down at the 47. So nice field position for Farragut on this, their second possession of the night. The first possession from the Farragut 33. The defense holds a 3 and out after Burnett's punt went 30 yards. No return, and the Admirals gain field position as they'll have it at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, and that freshman punter, he kicks it kind of low, gives you a nice opportunity of return as Davila had some yardage in front of him and puts us in good field position at the 47-yard line of the Admirals.
So Farragut with a productive first down in its opening series, but then a pair of incompletions followed as Farragut went 3 and out. 7:09 to play opening quarter. No score here at West High School as Farragut moves right to left. The ball is on the far side hash, closer to the west bench. The handoff is to Drummy, and Farragut's got a hole on the left side, and they'll move to the 45-yard line. That is an 8-yard gain on first down for Wyatt Drummy as he runs behind Davis Smith and new left guard Nathan Harville. Harville on the left side this week with Davis Smith, while Jacob Cabrera flips over to the right side with right tackle Avery Moore. Roger McNear remains the center.
Yeah, Drummy just running hard yet again. Lockhart Drummy, the law firm as we like to call them, just really hard running there.
Handoff, Drummy again through the middle, down to the 40-yard line to the 39. And so Farragut with a 6-yard gain in its initial Service Street Auto Repair first down of the ballgame. Service Street, your full-service independent repair shop. 6 convenient locations. Whether it's just a quick oil change or major repairs, Service Street Auto is your neighborhood auto repair center.
Really like the way Drummy runs at 190 pounds. He just gives you a little bit more power in between the tackles. And right now that's where the Admirals are making do. And I really like this switch for Cabrera and Harville.
Got some push, aren't they?
You get to even up the scales a little bit there for him.
4 receivers. Burnett, the inside receiver on the right, comes in motion, and he will lead Drummy up the middle, or at least behind that line, trying to pick a hole, find a hole, and not much doing for Farragut as Drummy gains perhaps 1, and we've got a shaken up West Rebel on the play. Cameron Leggett, 235-pound junior defensive end, is shaken up on the play.
Yeah, and West, state champion winner last year, probably not quite as athletic in their front seven as they were last year, but one of their big guys down now, like I said, Cameron Leggett here.
Yeah, that was a special defense, no doubt, last year, and a special running game.
Yeah.
I mean, that running game churned out over 300 yards against Farragut in the second half. You guys might remember Farragut went to the locker room last year up 7-6. West scored on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. Latham broke off an 80-yarder, but Farragut answered with a second touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Ashton Auker to reclaim the lead at, I believe it was 14-12 at that point. But West was just unstoppable with the run game in the second half. And meanwhile, the defense, got enough stops. Farragut had some productivity in the pass game, not as much in the run game. And up and hobbling a bit, favoring a right ankle is Leggett. And going off, though, and looking maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, Ashton Auker, I miss him. He's that wild man was fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Into the game comes Ayman Muhammad, 5'11", 215-pound senior defensive end for the Rebels.
And he had started the first 2 weeks. I mentioned during the introduction of the starting lineups that it was kind of a dual starter defensive end position there between Leggett and Muhammad. Muhammad, 5 hits and a sack on the season. Farragut's going to run it with Lockhart, and Lockhart, trying to power through West defenders, is going to move down to the 35-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 3, bringing up third.
And, it's been a 1-2 punch for the Admirals for many, many years. Last year was the first time really had a bell cow. Gibbs got a lot of carries last year. Obviously back to the Drummy and Lockhart 1-2 punch.
So Farragut with 1 first down, looking for another here on third down and about 6 yards to go. Back to passes. Duncan steps up in the pocket. It's going to throw short. Davila makes the catch at the 24-yard line. He'll be wrapped up at that point by linebacker Ryan Scott. But the Admirals move the ball for an 11-yard gain, a third down conversion, and a Service Street Auto Repair first down.
Yeah, and Davis Smith going to have to come out, lost his helmet for a play. But nice job there by Cam Duncan, extending the play. Looked like he might be able to run it for the first down. Finds Davila on the scramble drill and gets to the edge of the red zone.
So let's see what Farragut does here. They'll have Christian Campbell in at left guard, and they move Harville to left tackle with Smith out on this play. Trips right, Davila to the left. Lockhart in the offensive backfield with Duncan. Duncan steps up in the pocket, could run, throws short to Davila, and Davila on the near sideline gets out of bounds at the 17, I believe, which would be a gain of 7.
Yeah, Cam growing some confidence there. He kind of moved around in the pocket, found Davila on a little comebacker yet again. He definitely gained some confidence as he continues to play football.
Farragut's in the red zone for the first time. First trip into the red zone for anybody tonight. Farragut 2 of 2 in the red zone this year. 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. And so from the 17-yard line, it's 2nd down and 3 for the Admirals. Ball on the near side hash. And it'll be running left, Lockhart. And he keeps the pile moving inside the 15 to the 14. And I think that's a first down for the Admirals. Good running. Hard running by Lockhart, the 175-pound senior, and they say move the chains. It's another Service Street Auto Repair first down.
Yeah, they had Drummy and Lockhart in there together there, Tyler. Drummy was actually leading the way. Good blocking up front from him as well.
And talking to those two last week, you sort of see that there's not a running back 1 and running back 2. They are a committee, and they do everything together, and I love that. I love the teamwork.
I think that's the early returns on this team that's the way it is top to bottom on this roster. It really is, and you'll see some people here, the players and some of the coaches on the sidelines wearing the One Heartbeat shirt. This is Drummy, and he's stacked up. West got good penetration that time, and I believe at the bottom of the pile was Jack Keith. No gain. 2nd down, 10.
Second leading tackler for the Rebels, Keith, a junior.
Boy, this weather's fantastic as there's 3:45 left in this first quarter. Admirals in the red zone, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, what a difference a week makes where the heat and humidity is concerned. From the 13-yard line, back to passes Duncan, looking for the end zone in Davila, and he can't get there. That's pass interference as he was shielded from the ball by Marshawn Bowers. So Davila trying to get around Bowers, who wasn't looking back for the ball, just body blocked him out the side of the end zone. And that'll be half the distance to the goal for Farragut from the 13-yard line.
And an automatic first down, correct?
No.
Oh, okay. You got to ask. You
got to ask.
You got to try to take it. I mean, if they're going to give you a first down, might as well take it, right?
The only automatic first downs in high school, unless they've changed something, are roughing penalties.
And you love that matchup. They're giving up 6 inches there. Marshawn Bowers, 5'8", to the 6'2" Davila. You like that 6-inch advantage there, and he tried to go to it, overthrown, but got the pass interference.
I'd still think that the Rebels like putting Bowers on him, though. I think that there's probably a reason that they match him up one-on-one with Landis in the red zone.
Ball is at the 7-yard line as Farragut will hand it off.
Still moving.
That's his Farragut. It's Lockhart. I lost him in the pile, and he moves down to the 5, and now we've got a late flag that comes in.
You know, there was a jump on the pile. I wonder, let's just see if that flags that.
I saw that at the end, too. It looked like a West defender. I mean, just sort of tried to get on top and knock the pile down so he quit moving forward.
Yeah. I'm interested.
A 3-yard gain for Lockhart, who just kept battling with West defenders draped all over him.
As the wonderful officials from the TWSLA are holding a meeting right now, conducting their business. And at this point, I would like to remind anyone listening that if you are willing and able to participate and help officiate games in the state of Tennessee, any level, please go to twsla.org and find out for more information, because we are running low on officials in the great state of Tennessee, and we are the volunteer state. We need to get out there and support our kids today in the communities.
Holy cow, they're going to move this back on Farragut.
I'm wondering if they were going to get Brooks Burnett for sort of, chop block.
Wow.
Which they've adjusted that rule now to where it used to be you couldn't hit above the belly button, above the knee, below the knee. Now they've sort of centralized it to the midsection area, the belt buckle. So it could have been, because I did see some cut block going on.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if there just might have been.
Is that? But I mean, that looks like they stepped it off at the end of the run and went 10 yards back from the 3. Maybe it's from the previous line. That's a 10-yard step off, right?
Yes.
They didn't apply that right, or it's after the play. Ball is tipped and intercepted. Pass was tipped, and Bowers comes up with an interception, and Farragut is going to have an empty red zone trip.
Yeah, a little rollout to the right, and tried to find Davila on the drag across the field. Somebody got their hand on it.
It was the inside backer, Jack Keith, who got a deflection, and it was Bowers on the pick.
Yeah.
Admirals look to be a man down right now as they're late getting defensive lineman on the field as
Grady Brown's
coming in as Kilpatrick looked to be running out on the field and sort of stepped awkwardly, looking like he's sort of shaking off his ankle a little bit.
From the 13-yard line, they throw down the line to Cummings, and Davila wraps him up, throws him down at the 16-yard line, a gain of 3 on first down.
Brett, you talked earlier about these quick out screens and the flats and stuff like that. And in a traditional defense, you would see like an outside linebacker trying to get out there and cover that. In this Admiral defense, you've got Carball, Davila, and Jordan Shepard covering that, and they're on you as quick as you can run the route. And it gives you a completely different approach when you're trying to throw that short passing game.
Yeah, and it's not very fast developing with this one tonight, so really helps us.
Early turnover by the Admirals in the red zone. Here's West after a 3-yard gain on first down, trying the middle of the line and finding it clogged as Jamison, I don't know if he might have gotten 1 yard. Jack Alley giving credit for the tackle.
Jet Piper in the ballgame for the Admirals, too.
And this defense really getting better and better. You know, we love the secondary, and I say the secondary, it's really 5 or 6 guys with Carball. We like the linebackers and the defensive front really getting better and better. This defense continuing to gain confidence.
So West is 0 for 2 on third down. This is third down from, I think, the 17-yard line. And this will be Dance taking the snap. He throws to the near sideline. Farragut picks it off. It's going to be Smith with the pick as the receiver, Cummings, was not looking for the ball. And Smith slid in front of him on the Farragut sideline and grabbed the interception back for Farragut. Just 3 plays after the Admirals are picked off on a deflection. It's Zane Qureshi-Smith with his second takeaway of the season, a fumble recovery a week ago, and a pick here tonight.
You know, I've slowly bragged on him throughout the year, really loving what I've seen out of the sophomore, and he just read it perfectly. Receiver's not looking, kind of throws the out route, and he breaks on the ball, and he gets the football right back as the Admirals have it at the West 12.
So Farragut failed to capitalize on in the red zone, and here they are again.
The great thing about this, too, with the ball set at the 11-yard line, the Admirals can get a first down.
Duncan tucks it, tries to run, and is immediately swallowed up by Wes Wyatt DeRoche.
Looks like a 1-yard loss for the Admirals. 2-yard loss where they're marking the ball at the 13 now.
DeRoche, the nose guard for West.
Looking for Davila yet again, as he is absolutely the primary receiver they want to get the ball to.
Loss of 1 for Cam. Wyatt Drummey, the lone running back. Noah Gunter is in the ball game as the H-back. He's lined up behind his left tackle, Davis Smith, currently. Davila, the lone receiver, left. 2 receivers right are Shepard and I believe Robbie Jacobs. As now Gunter moves over to the right side behind Avery Moore, and they'll run Drummey, and he got away from C.J. Smith initially and battles down to the 11-yard line. That's a big man that he ducked under and got a couple of yards. We're under 1 minute to go in the first quarter when it looked like that one was going to be absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a 2-yard loss. He ended up getting 2 yards. But it is a 3rd and 8 here as the Admirals are in a similar situation. Can they convert with 35 seconds left in the first quarter?
1 of 2 on third downs. Admirals with the ball in the middle of the field generally. 2 receivers to each side. Drummey remains in the offensive backfield with senior quarterback Cam Duncan. Duncan up to communicate with his offensive line. Play clocks aren't working here at West. Duncan looks, fires for the end zone. There's Jordan Shepard, touchdown Admirals. Jordan Shepard in the front left corner of the end zone makes the reception. And last year he had 3 catches for 3 touchdowns. First touchdown reception of the season here in 2023 for senior Jordan Shepard.
Yeah, as we watch at the replay, a lot of play action there, and he finds Shepard on an out route from the inside slot man. And as you said last year, just made big plays and touchdowns last year, doing it yet again.
I got to give credit to Landis Davila on that because he took Bowers completely out of the play by running the fade in the back of the end zone.
Ryan McHugh out of the hold of Noah Haig, and the snap of Roger McNear. The extra point is up and good, and Farragut leads it as they capitalize on a red zone following Zane Qureshi-Smith's interception of Hunter Dance on a 3rd down play after Farragut had turned it over on an interception previously in the red zone. Farragut capitalizes this time on the 11-yard 3rd down conversion and touchdown pass from Cam Duncan to Jordan Shepard. We've got 11 seconds to go in our first quarter, and Farragut leading 7-0 here at West. Back in 30 seconds with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
South Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
Let's go.
Big box and mom and pop, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
McHugh hopped one into the end zone to begin the ball game, so he's 4 of 11 as far as his kickoffs resulting in touchbacks this season. Farragut leading 7-0 on an 11-yard touchdown pass from Cam Duncan to Jordan Shepard. First touchdown reception of the year for Shepard, and for Duncan, it's his 4th touchdown pass. This will be Burdine fielding it at the 12-yard line, and Burdine is going to push the pile out to the 25-yard line, we'll say. It looks like Porter Cherry was in on the tackle, as well as Bryce Thompson. And also for Farragut down in coverage was Henry D.
It's 1st and 10 Rebels at the 25.
West from the 25.
Lenny Collins checking into the defensive backfield for the Admirals.
Just a tall secondary we've had in more than a decade. And some physicality. This defense still gaining confidence.
6 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Farragut leading 7-0 as the teams exchange turnovers. And this will be Marshawn Bowers running off the right side, full head of steam, and it's Carball bringing him down near first down yardage at the 34-yard line, we will say. And that should be the final play of the first quarter. 2nd down, 1.5 yards to go for West when quarter number 2 begins after this 1-minute break for our sponsors. The Admirals leading 7-0 with 1 quarter in the books here at West High School as Farragut scoring with 11 seconds to go on the quarter following an interception by Zane Qureshi-Smith, the sophomore cornerback. It was Cam Duncan finding Jordan Shepard from 11 yards out. Back in 1 minute with more as you listen to Farragut High School football on West 105 worldwide at WFIV.com and paired with BDC Productions video stream linked through FarragutFootball.com.
It's football time in Farragut. Let's score with a great gift from your local jeweler, International Flair Jewelers, right here in the heart of Farragut. Unique, beautiful jewelry, repairs, custom designs, and all in between. Come in as a customer and leave as a friend. International Flair Jewelers.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Derek Miser of Miser Wealth Partners doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement.
How about a 2023 Nissan SV Rogue starting at just $26,988? Or how about a 2023 Nissan SR Altima starting at just $23,988? Hey, folks, you're announcing with Ted Russell Nissan. I challenge any other Nissan dealer to try to beat these prices. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. Number 768 560 310 865 pre-owned. Consumer just pay tax 5.95 included.
On the first play of the second quarter, West throws short on the right side to 6 Horde, and he moves for a 7-yard gain and a Service Street Auto Repair first down. West with the ball at the 40-yard line, Farragut leading 7-0. They'll run Bowers up the middle, and Jack Alley catches him and whips him down after a gain of maybe 2 yards.
Bowers is an athlete, 5'8", 187, but he is thick in the lower half, physical. Alley met him in the hole for a short gain there.
Service Street Auto Repair, first down number 2 a moment ago for West. Farragut with 4 first downs. The Admirals 2 of 3 on third down. West 0 of 3 on third down. 1 penalty for Farragut, 10 yards. West 2 penalties, 11 yards. 1 turnover apiece for these teams. Both of them were interceptions. Bowers an interception for West, and Zane Qureshi-Smith, an interception for Farragut. Ball goes on the outside across the way, and it's 6 Horde again as they will move from the 42 to the 48 into Farragut territory. That's a 10-yard gain, and Service Street Auto Repair first down.
Yeah, just trying to get their athletes in space as they get it out quickly to the outside, and he's able to do something with it.
Service Street, your full-service independent repair shop. 6 convenient locations. Whether it's just a quick oil change or major repairs, Service Street Auto is your neighborhood auto repair center. From the 48 of Farragut, West first down and 10, trailing Farragut 7-0. The ball on the far side hash as West moves right to left. That's towards downtown in this second quarter. Bowers, nice little cut behind his lineman, moves to the 45-yard line. A gain of 3. Farragut had gotten good penetration, but Bowers kind of ducked inside it and gains 3 on first.
Yeah, Bowers running hard off that left side, made something happen and got it to manageable.
2nd and 7.
Broda comes up limping.
Yeah.
As Bryce Thompson checks in, the inside linebacker for the Admirals.
Broda hobbles off. Bryce Thompson, as Tyler says, checks in. Bowers takes the handoff, and Farragut will see Thompson making the play. There's your state champion shot putter coming into the ball game and making a tackle.
Well, welcome in Bryce Thompson. What a nice form tackle there, Tyler.
Oh, that was it. If he is a shot put champion, he's all about form, and he just dropped the running back right in the hole, I believe maybe for a loss of half a yard.
Yep.
And nice play is, wow. That was impressive how quick he diagnosed it and was able to drop Bowers, who had a lot of momentum going on this drive.
So third down here for West, 0 of 3 on third down from the 46-yard line, 3rd down and 8. Back to passes, Dance throws right side. Farragut slipped across the way, and Burdine makes the catch. Robbie Jacobs recovers to get him out of bounds at the 31, but that's going to be a 15-yard gain. A Service Street Auto Repair first down on the 15-yard completion.
Yeah, just a little 10-yard hitch to Burdine, and we just slipped there on the outside. And easy pitch and catch for a West first down.
First couple drives, the Rebels were spreading you out to use their power running game, and now they're starting to try to go out to east and west.
Back to passes, Dance. Throwing for the end zone. Farragut's in good position, and they'll go up, and Jacobs nearly had the interception. So it's a jump ball, one-on-one, Robbie Jacobs and Dreda of West, and Jacobs breaks it up.
Yeah, nice play by Jacobs, a real athlete, junior, 5'11", 165. Goes up just a jump ball, saying athlete on athlete, and Jacobs made a nice play.
Nice play by Robbie. A moment ago, West picking up its first third down conversion of the ball game on that 15-yard completion to Burdine. And so now, after the incompletion here on first down, it's 2nd down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And Jamison fumbled the ball. Jamison fumbled the ball, and Farragut's, how about that? Coming up off the bottom of the pile with it's Bryce Thompson.
I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this shot putter. Like Tyler said, you got to be good at form if you're a shot putter. And this guy, right place, right time, fumble, just kind of lost it on the exchange, Erica, real early on the run. And the Admirals have the football yet again.
I believe Luke Hill wants credit for the strip.
Give it to him. Mark it down.
We got to give the D lineman some
I always
love.
want those stats. I get it.
So a fumble by Jamison, number 7 of West, and Farragut's Bryce Thompson with the recovery. We'll say 97, Luke Hill, forced fumble, and Farragut, let's see if they can capitalize following the miscue from their 32-yard line. They'll throw it down the line near side. Jordan Shepard trying to get outside, and he got around Cummings and then is knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line, a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, quick screen to Shepard as he gets 5 with Landon Collins blocking on the outside.
Burnett in the game is the tight end for the Admirals.
Shepard with his second catch after the 11-yard touchdown. He gets 5 here on first down as Farragut will have it at the 37-yard line. Back to passes Duncan. Good protection. Throws down the sideline looking for Burnett, and it's thrown high over his outstretched hand. Incomplete. 3rd down upcoming. Well, yeah. I like the pocket that Duncan had, guys.
Yeah, the blocking's been pretty good on pass protection. They tried to find the tight end on the wheel route, and Burnett was just slightly overthrown.
Farragut 2 of 3 on third downs. They've got the ball at the 37-yard line facing 3rd down and 5, 37 of the Admirals with 9:13 to play in the first half, and Farragut leading 7-0. Duncan will have Lockhart in the offensive backfield, 2 receivers to each side. Back to passes Duncan, throws short, and wow, Catch is made over here on the near side by the Admirals' Landon Collins, and is that enough for a first down?
I think so.
Just is. Wow, and West really broke on that ball. They'll break aggressively, and somehow Duncan snuck it past the defensive back, and Collins' good concentration makes the catch for a third down conversion and a Service Street Auto Repair first down. It's the 5th of the night for the Admirals.
Yeah, Connor Cummings thought he had a pick six, and he almost did. Collins snags it and has just enough for the Admiral first down.
So the ball on the near hash. Farragut will run it. Lockhart moves forward to the 45-yard line. The tackle is made by the outside backer, Anderson Smith, as Farragut picks up 3 on first down.
And the thing you love about Drummond and Lockhart, Tyler, the law firm, is they always moving forward, and they're always getting that extra yard.
They always deliver. What can I say? I'll tell you what I'm really impressed with is how well the Admirals defense has sort of neutralized Ryan Scott, the middle backer for West. Man, I watched quite a few of the highlights of the Bearden game, and man, he is a ball player.
He is. This will be a handoff, and right on cue, Tyler. He comes up and pops Lockhart at the 46-yard line. Farragut gains 1, but Lockhart took a shot to the helmet. I'm surprised he's not wobbly. That was helmet-to-helmet contact, and Lockhart goes off. Drummy replaces him.
Yeah, he's a good-looking backer, 6'2", 205 pounds, as he laid the leather there.
Farragut 3 of 4 on third downs. Here's third down, 6 yards to go from the 46-yard line of the Admirals. 7:40 remaining in our second quarter. The clock is rolling here at West High School with the Admirals up 7-0. Back to pass is Duncan. Steps up, and now will go down. West will get the sack, and it's going to be a loss of some 4 yards. In on the play, Wyatt DeRoche, nose guard.
Kind of a coverage sack there, just nothing doing. Cam tried to get out of the way. Just a look coverage sack there as the Admirals are going to have to punt the football.
Six Horde dropping back for the Rebels, back at about the 21-yard line. As they need they're late getting a player on the field is Admirals late getting a member of the punt unit on the field.
So timeout being used. West used one early in the game. Farragut uses one now at the 6:51 mark, leading West 7-0 as Farragut prepares to punt the ball from its 43-yard line. With timeout on the field, let's get a 30-second break. We'll return with more as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
Hello, this is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudon, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service.
You're a grown boy. I don't
want
you to go
to
home.
be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
So Burnett will punt from the 43-yard line. Roger McNear is the long snapper, and Six Horde awaits the punt at the 20-yard line for West. Burnett's punt angled across the way towards the west sideline, takes a Farragut roll, and backs up just a little bit. Zane Qureshi Smith will down it. And so the punt goes from the 43 of Farragut, and from this low angle, I wait to see where the official puts it down. Looks like it's going to be the 27. So what is that, 30-yard, another 30-yard punt for Burnett with no return.
Setting the D-line for you've got Luke Hill, Matt Purvis, Jet Piper, and Nail Carroll out there on the D-line with Allie and Broda back in the game at linebackers.
Well, Bryce Thompson may have earned himself a little extra time in place of Broda on that last series. This will be dance, play action, comes near side. Farragut almost got the pick. Landis Davila read that beautifully. The out pattern intended for Six Horde, and it is Farragut's Davila breaking from his free safety position, laying out, and nearly making.
He looks like he's done that a time or two in his life on that, breaking to go fetch something really fast.
Let me tell you, man, he broke on a few balls at the state tournament in right field and made tremendous plays back in May as the Admirals won their 12th state title. 6:35 to play in the first half, and Farragut leading 7-0 as this will be a handoff to Marshawn Bowers. Big hole, and Bowers is off to the races. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and a long touchdown run for West has tied this ball game. It's a 73-yard sprint to the end zone off the right side for Marshawn Bowers at the 6:24 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a quick one right there. Off right tackle, really wasn't touched, and we're not going to run him down as he showed great speed at 5'8", 190 pounds. Takes it to the house to tie this football game up with a PAT pending.
So Bowers has an interception, and now he has a 73-yard touchdown run. It's his 5th of the season. And on to attempt the extra point for West is Patrick Schmid. Bolig is the holder, Gladden the long snapper, all good. And so Schmid with the PAT ties the game at 7, again with 6:24 to go in our second quarter here at West High School. Back with the kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut football on West 105 and online at WFIV.com.
It's football season at Blair House. This is John Blair, president of Blair House Antiques and proud Farragut alumni. We've been proudly serving the Knoxville area with exquisite gifts and keepsakes for over 30 years. From jewelry to chandeliers, lamps to staffeture, we can assist you with all of your gifting needs when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Hey there, Farragut football fans. When you're attending this week's game, be sure to catch a super cool t-shirt from the Pizza Kitchen. Only 3 t-shirts will be thrown per game. Every time you wear your t-shirt to the Pizza Kitchen, you get a free order of cheesy bread. This is limited to the 2023 Farragut football season only. Remember the Pizza Kitchen for your pregame tailgate. Located on Kingston Pike in the Level Heights Shopping Center. Check out thepizzakitchenKnoxville.com for more info.
The Admirals will start from their 20 after Patrick Schmid sends the kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. He's now 8 of 13 on the season, kickoffs resulting in touchbacks, 3 of 4 on field goals, and a perfect 7 of 7 on PAT. So Wes usually has a good kicker, kind of an unconventional looking kicker. He's a big guy, but he's got a strong leg. And missed 1 field goal against Bearden, but knocked through 3 last week, including a 40-yarder against Clinton. So good kicker for West. Farragut starts from its 20 in a 7-7 game with 6:24 to go in our first half as the Admirals 2 receivers right, 1 left, moving left to right, and Wyatt Drummy moves out to the 24-yard line. Tackle is made by Burdine from his safety position as Farragut 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
And you got to kind of reset it here. You got 6 minutes left in the second quarter. You get the ball after half. But one big play by West really has changed this game to get him back in the football game. Can the Admirals kind of establish offense again?
Both teams, 5 Service Street Auto Repair first downs. Farragut 3 of 5 on third. West 1 of 4 on third. Farragut 10 yards in penalties on 1 flag. West 2 penalties, 11 yards. So it has been very even, 7-7 on the scoreboard. West with 2 turnovers, Farragut with 1. Handoff, no, throwing over the middle, and Farragut can't make the catch. Jordan Shepard was open on the crossing route, but it glances off his hands and goes incomplete. And that reminded me a little bit, guys, of that first touchdown against Dobbins-Bennett where Robbie Jacobs came open over the middle, and I thought Duncan for sure had given the ball to Lockhart, and then suddenly there's the pass going downfield.
Yeah, it was RPO, and it was pulled really late just like that play, but just thrown pretty hard. Just couldn't come up with it by Shepard.
Third down, and so Farragut again 3 of 5 on third down. From the 24-yard line, Duncan has plenty of time, throws over the middle, and it'll be going to the ground to make the catch. Did he make the catch? The far side official, not sure how he had the best view of that, but he's going to say incomplete. Landon Collins, they say, unable to get his hands underneath it. And so the incompletion will bring on the punting unit as Farragut goes 3 and out after West rips off a tying 73-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered there, 3 and out. So West gets the football back, trying to get this lead.
Brooks standing at his own 10-yard line.
2 30-yard punts for Brooks Burnett. No return yet for West. Six Horde is the return man. They'll punt it away, and Horde lets it bounce. It takes a Farragut roll inside the 20, all the way back to the 18, where Horde picks it up and heads to the near sideline. Horde to the 24-yard line, so good coverage by the Admirals. A 6-yard return.
Noah Gunter with an impressive open field tackle.
And Carball made a play as well on it, and he was Mr. Special Teams last year, and really doing a good job, obviously, at that outside linebacker position this year. But West has the football on the 25-yard.
52 net easily. Brooks Burnett's best punt of the season, 58-yarder, and then a 6-yard return by Six Horde after he went back and retrieved it at the 18-yard line. I said 18, so I was thinking 24. They've got, was there something stepped off? What are we doing here? Going to repunt?
False start. So there is a flag on the 19-yard line on the far side of the field we did not see. So that best punt of the
Why
year.
do you allow the play to go on if it's a dead ball false start penalty?
Yeah, exactly.
So West will take the penalty. Maybe they were blowing the whistles and nobody heard it. Maybe the whistle malfunctioned.
Not sure it's that loud in here.
So move it back to the 19 and wipe away Burnett's 58-yard punt. And so now Marshawn Bowers awaits the return at the 44-yard line. Good-looking
Another
punt.
beauty.
That's a missile. And this one's going to back up a little bit on the Admirals. Actually takes a bit of a neutral bounce. Now rolls in Farragut's favor. And so it'll be down at the 37, 38-yard line. We'll see. 38.
Didn't get the roll, but really good punt yet again.
43 yards, no return. So West, from its 38-yard line, in a 7-7 game, 5:04 to go in the first half, and West moving right to left, ball on the far side hash for the Rebels. Pistol formation. Dance throws down the line to Six Horde, and Horde gets upfield as Farragut, Smith, and Davila sandwich him, but not until he moves for 9 yards. Second down and 1 upcoming.
Yeah, just a quick screen to the outside, and he's able to get what he could. Ended up getting 9 yards out of it.
That's the third catch for Horde for 26 yards. Burdine's got 2 for 21. Cummings 1 for 3. Right side, Horde, and he eludes an ankle tackle attempt and then gets down the west sideline, pushed out of bounds by Davila at the 37-yard line. And so that's going to be another Service Street Auto Repair first down for West as they move for a gain of 17 yards.
Yeah, same play yet again, just on the other side, and Six Horde able to get loose off the screen, break a tackle, and get 17 yards.
That is a Service Street Auto Repair first down, the 6th of the night for West. Service Street, your full-service independent repair shop. 6 convenient locations, whether it's just a quick oil change or major repair. Service Street Auto is your neighborhood auto repair center. Dance takes the handoff, gives to Bowers. Bowers patiently waits and now explodes forward down to the 30-yard line. Alley in on the tackle for Farragut. Call it the 29-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 8 for Bowers.
Yeah, and the West Rebel offense is starting to feel themselves a little bit, getting a little push. Obviously, Bowers running hard and Six Horde finding his way through the screen game.
Second down and 2 from the 29-yard line as we go under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. 2 receivers left. H-back is to the left. Lone receiver right is Burdine. Bowers is in the offensive backfield with senior quarterback Hunter Dance. Standing 2 yards behind him, and he will take the handoff. Will Bowers running left, and Farragut's Carbaugh, and perhaps also for Farragut, David Broda perhaps in on the tackle.
You're sort of seeing like a chess match going on right now. The Admirals adjusted to stop the power running game and sort of changed their alignment on how they started off, and now West is saying that they can play out on the edge.
It's a Service Street Auto Repair first down on a 4-yard gain for Bowers as West will scrimmage from the Farragut 25-yard line. Resetting off the left tackle is Dominic Davis, the big H-back. Back to pass is Dance, throwing far side. There's a push-off big time by Burdine, and it goes incomplete. Burdine with a shove in the back of Robbie Jacobs to create some separation on the pass thrown far side towards the or into the end zone. It goes incomplete, thankfully.
Yeah, one-on-one, Burdine versus Jacobs, and yeah, definitely a little push in the back. They did not call. Admiral Nation not happy it wasn't called. And the
clear as day on the replay as well. So from the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 10, right in front of the official over there. This will be down the line to 6 Horde, and there's Carbaugh all over it as Horde will be dropped for a 1-yard loss on that reception on the right side in front of the West bench.
Carbaugh's kind of tired of seeing that. The little screen game to 6 Horde. Carbaugh got a beat on that one quickly. Going to force a big 3rd and 11 and a big down because I don't think they've got a field goal kicker to make this one from this distance close.
43 yards. I'd say he's got the leg for that.
But does he have the direction? I'd love to see him kick it. I haven't seen.
2 minutes to play, first half. 3rd down and 11 from the 26-yard line. Dances back to pass.
Oh!
Pass time. Throws, looking for the end zone's got a man open, and there is a flag.
There it is.
Thrown in.
There it is. That's what I was asking for. Post route touchdown, but hold the phone, mother. Maybe don't play the music.
Cummings with the
Hill says I was held.
Touchdown.
So was Caro, actually.
You're about to hear a loud boo from the opposite side of the field, I feel like.
Yeah. Holding, wonderful call.
I wonder what you're hearing in the press box on the other side, because we've been over there plenty of times in the past. We're not afforded the luxury of the press box tonight, but it's usually interesting after a call like that.
Yeah, pretty unbiased group over there. Couldn't even throw us a chicken sandwich from 100 feet away, but we took care of ourselves. Thank you. Big hole, 3rd and 22 or so, which you got to love that.
Farragut's going to use a timeout with 1:52 to play, trying to preserve some clock. Oh, it's Rebels. It was the Rebels. Okay, gotcha.
Coach Brown calling a timeout from across the field is
that's their second, right, Tom?
That is.
It is their second. It looks like he is having a polite conversation with the gentleman wearing stripes.
Well, he had his choice. I mean, you watch the replay. They had their choice.
I told you,
which
both of them.
Defensive lineman they wanted to call holding on.
As an offensive lineman, it was just a missed block, okay? We don't hold.
Yeah, I was calling for it on Caro, and they actually called it on
Luke Hill.
Hill's man, which, like you said, I agree, was on both of them.
1:52 to go, 7-7 our score. Farragut scoring in the opening quarter on an 11-yard touchdown pass from Cam Duncan to Jordan Shepard. And then West comes back in quarter number 2, 6:24 to go in the second quarter. A 73-yard sprint to the end zone by Marshawn Bowers. Bowers' 5th rushing touchdown of the season. It was Jordan Shepard earlier on with his first touchdown reception of the season. Of course, had a kickoff return for a touchdown to begin 2023. Cam Duncan with that touchdown pass. It's his 4th of the year. So 7-7, and the Admirals trying to get off the field here on 3rd down. Or for West, might you look at this and say, we try to pick up something to get in field goal range, or just treat it like it's 4-down territory late in the half? You got a good defense. Take a couple of shots at the end zone. If you don't make it, you're not going to be a whole lot of time left for the Admirals, and you put a really good defensive unit back on the field.
I say you try to go and get 10, 12 yards right here.
Oh, yeah,
Put
definitely.
yourself in position for the next play. You've got 2 plays to try to get 20 yards.
Make a decision then on whether or not you want to go with a field goal or throw it for the first down. But this is going to be 3rd down and long for West. from the 36-yard line. Coming in motion is Jamison. Back to pass is Dance. Throws right sideline, and Horde, can't make the catch. He was open at the 21-yard line, but had to spin kind of awkwardly, counterclockwise a little bit to try to make that catch, and could not on the west sideline. So it's 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like they cleared the area out with a little wheel route, and 6.
Yeah.
Not sure why he didn't catch it. Looked like he had a chance at it, but couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th and 21. And West, I guess, is going to go for it. I mean, it's obviously a 53-yard field goal, but the Admirals are going to get some really nice field position if they can get off the field here.
36-yard line. West will go empty set here as Dance is by himself in the offensive backfield. An H-back to the right and 2 receivers to each side. 1:47 to go. This will be the first time tonight that anybody's gone for it on 4th down, and West just burned the clock.
Delay game. So maybe they are going to punt the football now.
Back to the 41-yard line, and looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. Well, this is right around that range where Dance threw the touchdown to beat Bearden to 6 Horde in the waning seconds against the Bulldogs in the season opener. 4th down.
Wow.
Back to pass. Dance steps up, throws over the middle. Davila knocks it down. Nice job by Landis. He excused the interception for the field position at the 41-yard line.
And that is hard to do, especially for a high schooler. And maybe he had a little bit of return yardage. But, boy, he said, give me the 20 yards. I respect that a lot. That's a tough for the stats.
That is a heady play.
Yes, it was. And now you get it on the 41, Eric. 59 yards to pay dirt. Things can really change. We always talk about Maryville being so good before the half and the start of the third quarter. This could be big. You get it after half. If you can score here, go 60 with 2 minutes left, under 2 minutes, that would be huge.
Back to pass, Cam Duncan steps up in the pocket and goes down. As the sack is made, again, it's Wyatt DeRoche. He's been in the offensive backfield a few times to make tackles for loss. And from the 41-yard line, Duncan is dropped for a 6-yard loss.
Because they're trying to pick it up and move quickly, get everybody back with 1:15 left to play.
2nd down, 16 yards to go from the 35-yard line for the Admirals. As Duncan throws deep, nobody home. That's going to be thrown right to the safety, 6 Horde. Now Jacobs may have been held. That's what the Farragut coaching staff is saying. And here's Horde coming near sideline, and Lockhart will run him down at the 32-yard line.
That was just a free safety, Eric, just sitting there. He overthrows it on the go route, and that's their best athlete in space. That was very scary, and I'm going to give Troy Lockhart a lot of credit getting that man down, because that was easily could have been 6 as Lockhart runs him down, and now they're going to have to go 32 yards to score.
6 Horde with his 2nd interception in as many weeks, and Farragut wanted defensive holding on Connor Cummings, holding up Robbie Jacobs, couldn't get there, and so it was just an easy pick thrown right to the safety with Jacobs not loose down, getting loose off the right sideline. And so West from the Farragut 32-yard line with 1 minute to play. Dance, back to pass.
Screen.
Farragut bringing the pressure. They drop it off to Bowers. Jack Alley can't get him down, and Bowers is going to score down the near sideline. So just like that, Farragut throws the pick, and 1 play later, a 32-yard touchdown for West as Dance and Bowers hook up. Bowers had the earlier touchdown on a 73-yard run. He takes this one 32 yards on the little pass reception on the screen.
Yeah, D-line didn't read it well. Jack Alley was there, but just couldn't get him down as he did everything he could trying to get an arm on him. And he just gets loose for a touchdown on the screen. He's a talented back.
That is the 8th Service Street Auto Repair first down for West, and Schmid puts the extra point up and through. So 32 yards, Dance to Bowers, and with 50 seconds remaining in the half, West has its first lead of the ball game, 14-7. Back in 1 minute with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
WFIV 105.3 FM. Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Farragut High School game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank, a local community bank focused on the success of the areas they serve. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage by visiting citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to wings, everybody does know size does matter. No one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub in Knoxville. Wings Etc. has the biggest, meatiest, award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from among 19 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero wall sauce. If you love wings and a whole lot more, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, carry-out, and to watch your favorite sports all year long. Wings Etc. Knoxville, official fifth quarter location for high school football and proud sponsor of the Farragut Admirals.
Well, Farragut with a chance to return the kickoff as it's down to about the 5-yard line, but it's mishandled initially, and then Robbie Jacobs on the ground on a knee picked up the ball, tried to run with it, but he's down at that point. So Farragut will simply take a knee deep in its own territory. 40 seconds to play. Back to the 4-yard line. Farragut trailing 14-7 after an unfortunate turn of events. If you're an Admirals supporter, late in this first half, Farragut had the ball thinking maybe they could go up 14-7, but threw an interception. Six Horde with the return to the 32-yard line of Farragut, and one play later, Bowers takes a little screen pass to the end zone. Play clocks, again, are not working here at West, so we have no idea where the play clock's at in comparison to the game clock, which is at 10. So you watch the back official, and he's not giving us any indication, so that means Farragut can simply run this out.
Half time.
We go to the break. West with a closing flurry as Farragut led 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, but the Rebels rebound with 14 in the second quarter. Both teams with 2 turnovers, both teams capitalizing after one of them, as Farragut had a chance in the red zone but came up empty. An interception, a deflected pass tip drill that Bowers made a pick off, and Farragut got the ball back shortly thereafter. Zane Qureshi-Smith snared his first interception of the season, and the Admirals capitalized back in the red zone with a 11-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Shepard from Cam Duncan. That was late in the first quarter, but then in the second quarter, it was mostly the West Rebels. A 73-yard touchdown run by Marshawn Bowers, and again, following the interception by Six Horde, a one-play possession as Dance dumps it off to Bowers on the screen, and he got loose down the near sideline, the Farragut sideline, 32 yards to the house. West leading at 14-7 at intermission. Let's get a 3-minute break. We will return on the other side with our Dennis Hall Auto Service halftime report. Back in 3 minutes with more. It's a Farragut Football Friday night on West 105, worldwide at WFIV.com.
Have you heard about the breakthrough Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires? Well, look at the tread, and you will know it is different. It hugs the road, wet or dry, stops shorter, and lasts longer than the 4 leading competitive tires. Where do you get the Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires installed correctly for perfect balance and alignment? Go see Fisher. Yes, Fisher Tire can match anyone's price, but nobody can match their service.
Fisher Tire on Kingston Pike in Bearden and Farragut and North on Broadway.
Attention, BLJ Bus Lines are hiring. We're looking for school bus drivers who are loyal, dedicated, responsible people who want to serve the community. Make up to $20 per hour, along with sign-on bonuses, and training is provided. Enjoy a flexible schedule, split shifts with weekends and holidays off. We're looking for full and part-time drivers. This is the perfect job for stay-at-home parents and retirees. BLJ Bus Lines is a family-owned business, and we serve Farragut, Hardin Valley, and the North Shore area. If this sounds like a position for you, contact Bill at 865-966-8246 today. That's 865-966-8246.
Looking for a fast quote? How about the right quote? We here at the Mike Dyer Agency can deliver both to help you with your insurance needs. Call us today at 865-966-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
It's football time in Farragut. Let's score with a great gift from your local jeweler, International Flair Jewelers, right here in the heart of Farragut. Unique, beautiful jewelry, repairs, custom designs, and all in between. Come in as a customer and leave as a friend. International Flair Jewelers.
Is it time to replace your existing doors and windows? Call the best, CRS Exteriors. They sell and install only the highest quality replacement windows, like the energy efficient and beautiful Infinity from Marvin Windows. At CRS Exteriors, the first price is the best price, and that just got better. Want details? Call them at 670-8823. I get, or CRSExteriors.com.
Since 1997, Dennis Hall's Auto Service has been located at 221 Sherway Road. Dennis Hall's Auto Service cares deeply about their clients' safety and strives to fix your car right the first time while using quality automotive parts. With extensive knowledge and experience, they perform repairs on all makes and models of domestic and Asian vehicles, including light-duty trucks. For preventive maintenance, major and minor repairs, you'll receive the best in service at competitive prices that could add years of life to your car. For more information, call Dennis Hall's Auto Service at 865-690-1151 or visit DennisHallAutoservice.com or on Facebook.
Welcome into our Dennis Hall Auto Service halftime report. Dennis Hall's Auto Service specializing in all domestic and Asian vehicles, located at 221 Sherway Road in West Knoxville off Parkside Drive. So it is Farragut trailing West at intermission 14-7. Detailed before the break that the Admirals scored first with 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. An 11-yard touchdown pass from Cam Duncan to Jordan Shepard. That was on third down, as Farragut had lost the ball in the red zone on their previous possession. A tip drill interception by Marshawn Bowers. The tip made by the linebacker for the Rebels of West, Jack Keith. And so West dodging an early bullet. That was Farragut's second possession. Went 3 and out on their first possession. Second possession, they took over at their 47-yard line, moved into the red zone, had the interception. West takes over at its 13. On the third play, Farragut gets the ball back. They throw to the West Rebels to the near sideline looking for Connor Cummings. He wasn't looking for the ball, however. Zane Qureshi-Smith saw it coming, stepped around Cummings, made the interception, and was kept out of the end zone at the West 12. But again, shortly thereafter, the 11-yard touchdown pass, Duncan to Shepard. 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. McHugh with the extra point, giving Farragut a 7-0 lead. West fumbled on its next possession. It was Devin Jamison coughing the ball up as Luke Hill with a forced fumble and the recovery by Farragut's Bryce Thompson. He had checked into the ball game for a dinged-up David Broda and made a really nice play, if not for loss, right at the line of scrimmage, and then came up with the fumble recovery. So Farragut gets the ball at its 32-yard line but cannot move. Burnett punts it away 30 yards. West with a 2-play possession. The first play went incomplete. The second, they just turned and handed it to Marshawn Bowers, and he found a seam on the right side and sprinted 73 yards to the end zone, tying the game at 7 after Schmid's extra point with 6:24 to play in the second quarter. Farragut 3 and out on its next possession. West went over on downs. Looked like Farragut late in the first half at its 41-yard line might have a chance to get into scoring position and take a lead into the locker room, but there was an interception on a ball that Robbie Jacobs, the Farragut coaching staff, saying he didn't have a chance to get to it, that he was being held by the cornerback on this near side by West. It was easy pickings as a result for Horde, and he's electrifying with the ball in his hands. Big return to the Farragut 32-yard line, and then a nicely done screenplay by the Rebels on the first play as they dump it off. Dance to Bowers, and he got loose down the near sideline, giving West this 14-7 halftime lead. He scored with 50 seconds remaining in the half. Farragut mishandled the ensuing kickoff and took one knee to take it to the locker room again, down a single touchdown. Taking a look, both teams had 2 turnovers. Looking at some of the team stats, both teams with 2 turnovers. Farragut with 5 Service Street Auto Repair first downs. West with 8. On third down, Farragut goes 3 of 6. West goes 1 of 5. On fourth down, West 0 of 1. Penalties, Farragut 2 for 15. West 4 for 26. Let's get another 3-minute break. We'll return on the other side with more of our Dennis Hall Auto Service halftime report. We'll be looking at the individual stats when we return. 3-minute break for our sponsors. It's Farragut Football Friday night on West 105 worldwide at WFIV.com.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box and mom and pops, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
Hi, I'm Angie Cody with the Angie Cody team, brokered by eXp Realty. I've been asked recently, is now a good time to buy a house? Of course it is. I'm seeing less multiple offers, which means less competition. Home prices are leveling off, and we have an increase in inventory. If you're thinking about buying, please reach out to me at angiecody.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Cole Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market, offers fresh seafood entrees at all 3 of its area locations. Po' boys, crab cake plates, fish tacos, shrimp, salmon, and more. Choose an entree. Choose a side and a beverage. Dine in or carry it out. You won't regret making the Shrimp Dock your choice for a seafood meal. 3 locations to serve you. Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
It's football season at Blair House. This is John Blair, president of Blair House Antiques and proud Farragut alumni. We've been proudly serving the Knoxville area with exquisite gifts and keepsakes for over 30 years. From jewelry to chandeliers, lamps to staffeture, we can assist you with all of your gifting needs when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Derek Miser of Miser Wealth Partners doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement.
Welcome back into our Dennis Hall's Auto Service halftime report. Dennis Hall's Auto Service, specializing in all domestic and Asian vehicles, located at 221 Sherway Road in West Knoxville off Parkside Drive. Appreciate their sponsorship and all of our sponsors. We've got a slew of them this year. One of those is just down the street from us here. Blair House Antiques. We'll be selecting Blair House Antiques player or players of the game as part of our post-game show. Farragut alum there at Blair House Antiques, but again, just a stone's throw really here from West High School off Sutherland Avenue. Farragut trailing 14-7 at intermission. And so let's get a look at the individual stats for both of these teams from the first half of play. Beginning with the homestanding Rebels, Marshawn Bowers with 9 carries, 106 yards. The lion's share of that, a 73-yard touchdown run, West's first score of the night. And so Bowers, again, 106 yards and a touchdown on 9 carries. 6 Horde carried once on a jet sweep. It was Carball dropping him for a 6-yard loss. Devin Jamison carried 4 times for 7 yards. He lost a fumble. And let's see, that'll do it as far as the rushing department for West. 14 attempts for 107 yards and the long touchdown run by Bowers. Through the air, Hunter Dance, first-year senior starting quarterback, 9 of 17 through the air for 98 yards and a touchdown, as well as an interception picked off by Zane Qureshi-Smith. His touchdown late in the first half, a little screen pass to Marshawn Bowers that covered 32 yards. That was Bowers' only catch. What a first half for Bowers. A 73-yard touchdown run, a 32-yard touchdown reception, an interception in Farragut's when Farragut had the ball in the red zone. So he has done it all for the Rebels. Antoine Burdine had 2 catches for West in the first half, 21 yards total. 6 Horde, 5 catches, 42 yards. Connor Cummings, 1 catch, good for 3. So again, 107 yards on the ground for West, 98 through the air, and 205 yards of offense for the Rebels in the first half. For Farragut, Wyatt Drummy, 6 carries for 21 yards. Troy Lockhart, 6 carries for 17 yards. Cam Duncan, 3 carries, minus 10. He was sacked twice. The team, with the kneel down deep in its own territory at the end of the half, 1 for minus 1. So 16 attempts rushing for Farragut, 27 yards in the first half. Cam Duncan, through the air, 5 of 12 for 39 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Landis Davila, a couple of early catches for 18 yards. Jordan Shepard had the 11-yard touchdown reception, 1 of 2 catches for him, totaling 16 yards. And Landon Collins with 1 catch, good for 5 yards. So Farragut with 39 yards passing, 27 yards rushing, and 66 yards of offense in the first half, again compared to 205 for West. Farragut, you feel like won the first quarter and had momentum, but West bounced back and decisively won the second quarter. And with that late touchdown, the Rebels definitely take momentum into the locker room. Farragut will get the ball to begin the third quarter. Let's get a 2-minute break here for our sponsors, and we'll return with more of our Dennis Hall Auto Service halftime report on the other side. 14-7, West leading Farragut at the break as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. When you buy a new Nissan from Knoxville's Nissan Leader, we'll warranty it for as long as you can drive it. Now, every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market, offers fresh seafood entrees at all 3 of its area locations. Po' boys, crab cake plates, fish tacos, shrimp, salmon, and more. Choose an entree. Choose a side and a beverage. Dine in or carry it out. You won't regret making the Shrimp Dock your choice for a seafood meal. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
Have you heard about the breakthrough Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires? One look at the tread, and you will know it is different. It hugs the road, wet or dry, stops shorter, and lasts longer than the 4 leading competitive tires. Where do you get the Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires installed correctly for perfect balance and alignment? Go see Fisher. Yes, Fisher Tire can match anyone's price, but nobody can match their service.
Fisher Tire on Kingston Pike in Bearden and Farragut and north on Broadway.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome back into our Dennis Hall's Auto Service halftime report from West High School, where the Rebels lead the visiting Farragut Admirals 14-7. Dennis Hall's Auto Service, specializing in all domestic and Asian vehicles, located at 221 Sherway Road in West Knoxville, off Parkside Drive. You need some auto work done, give Dennis Hall a call. Brett Clendenin vouches for the quality service they provide. Tyler, let's get a look at what's going on elsewhere around East Tennessee.
All
this
right.
Week 3.
Week 3, and we're starting some region play as Region 2 6A rivals Maryville and Bradley Central are squaring off down south of the border, south of Knox County right now. Bradley Central leads the Red Rebels 21-3.
Surprising.
I think that Bradley has put together a good team this year.
That's a nice way to put it.
I mean, they've got a great
put together.
They apparently they moved there. That's all I can say. Bearden leads Anderson County 21-14 in the second quarter right now. As the both of these teams, I feel like the Bulldogs and the Mavericks have had heavyweight schedules coming out swinging this year. Hardin Valley leads Cott County 44-0 in the second quarter, as the Hawks look to go 3-0 to start this season. Walker Valley leads Cleveland 14-7 in the second quarter. Tied 7-7 is Carter and Gatlinburg Pittman. At half, Jefferson County leads Science Hill 6-0. Science Hill, of course, having a big win against Anderson County last week. Sevier County leads Lenoir City 31-0 at half. Morristown West traveled up to Bristol. They lead 19-14 at halftime. Pigeon Forge is up 6-0 on Unicoi County. Dobbins Bennett was trailing earlier to West Ridge, but now leading right before half, 20-14. Daniel Boone is spotting David Crockett 35 points at half as the I-81 battle up there. It looks like it's going well for Boone right now. Alcoa, welcoming Tottenville, New York, leads 24-0 in the second quarter. Alcoa is sort of becoming our Olympic team for East Tennessee. They're taking on newcomers from everywhere. Halls leads Fulton at the half 7-0. Gibbs leads Carnes 28-6 at halftime. Cofield up 14-0 on Greenback in the second quarter. Meigs County has a one-score lead over Kingston. Ray County and Knox Central squared off at 7 all at halftime. Looks like Harriman is leading Oliver Springs 14-7 in the second quarter. Rockwood has a 1-point lead over Midway in the second quarter. Clinton is up 28-0 over Scott High School, the Highlanders. South Doyle leads Austin East 14-7. Sweetwater up on Tellico Plains 7-0. Sequoia and Signal Mountain are tied up at 14 all in the second quarter. Sequoia trying to start a new streak, this time a winning streak after defeating that 52-game losing streak last week. Let's see here. Loudon is up on Soddy Daisy 14-0. Boyd Buchanan is leading CAK 17-8 at halftime. Silverdale is trailing Webb 41-0 at half. William Blunt Heritage 21 all in the second quarter. Chattanooga Christian is up on Grace Christian 35-17 in the second quarter.
Thank you, Tyler. And again, we're 14-7 here. West leading the visiting Farragut Admirals as halftime kind of winding down. The teams have returned to the field. They're stretching in preparation for the start of the third quarter. Want to mention that coming up Monday, I believe there will be both freshman and JV action here at West High School. Gets started at 6 with the freshman game. JV follows generally 7 or 7:30 after that freshman game. The freshmen last week defeated Anderson County 14-13, and in the JV game, Farragut took on Powell last Monday, and Farragut won 37-21. So Farragut and West, freshman and JV action Monday here at West High School beginning at 6 o'clock. Let's get a final break, put a wrap, we'll say, on our Dennis Hall's Auto Service halftime report. And when we return, we should be set for the start of our third quarter. Farragut will receive the opening kickoff, trailing West 14-7. Back in, let's say, 2 minutes with more as you listen to Farragut football on West 105 and online at WFIV.com.
Since 1997, Dennis Hall's Auto Service has been located at 221 Sherway Road. Dennis Hall's Auto Service cares deeply about their clients' safety and strives to fix your car right the first time while using quality automotive parts. With extensive knowledge and experience, they perform repairs on all makes and models of domestic and Asian vehicles, including light-duty trucks. For preventive maintenance, major and minor repairs, you'll receive the best in service at competitive prices that could add years of life to your car. For more information, call Dennis Hall's Auto Service at 865-690-1151 or visit DennisHallAutoservice.com or on Facebook.
Farragut High School game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank, a local community bank focused on the success of the areas they serve. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage by visiting citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey there, Farragut football fans. When you're attending this week's game, be sure to catch a super cool t-shirt from the Pizza Kitchen. Only 3 t-shirts will be thrown per game. Every time you wear your t-shirt to the Pizza Kitchen, you get a free order of cheesy bread. This is limited to the 2023 Farragut football season only. Remember the Pizza Kitchen for your pregame tailgate. Located on Kingston Pike in the Lovell Heights Shopping Center. Check out thepizzakitchenknoxville.com for more info.
Hello, this is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Welcome back into our Farragut Football Friday night from West High School, where the Admirals trailing 14-7. See the opening kick in the third quarter sail into the end zone for a touchback. So Farragut from its 20-yard line. They'll be moving left to right in this third quarter as Cam Duncan brings them out, and now Robbie Jacobs started to sprint off the field. Farragut's got a bunch formation on the right. He's going to be the lone receiver to the left for Farragut. So pistol formation, and the handoff goes to Lockhart, and he is going to be brought down as West comes penetrating through with Jack Keith. The linebacker makes the play, and Lockhart loses a couple of yards on first down.
You know, Jack Keith, pretty talkative young man. If he does make a tackle, he's going to let you know about it for about 5 to 10 seconds. Loss of 2.
Second down and 12 for the Admirals. Farragut with that interception late in the first half. They went 3 and out before that. Last 3 possessions, real possessions, not counting the knee at the end, unproductive. Over the middle, and Shepard can't make the catch. That was trying to fit it into a pretty tight window as Jordan Shepard, between a couple of safeties, trying to make a catch, unable to. It'll be third down.
Yeah, a little play action. Tried to hit him on the slant, just a little bit overthrown.
Wyatt Drummy checking into the ball game at running back for the Admirals.
Farragut on third down, 3 of 6. This is third down and 12 yards to go at the outset of the second half. Back to pass, Duncan throws short. Burnett makes the catch, and then nope, dropped it. Incomplete. Ball was knocked out or dropped before before McAllister got there. McAllister in coverage may have knocked it out. Whatever the case, incomplete, and Farragut goes 3 and out to begin the second half.
Yeah, tried to find the tight end. Looks like he may have just dropped it. Maybe it was knocked out. Maybe been a yard short if he did catch it. Again, not what the doctor ordered as the Admirals got a punt.
Burnett has punted 43 yards, no return, and twice 30 yards, no return tonight from the 18-yard line. gets it away. Wobbly punt. Farragut sideline. And West is going to have good starting field position. And the official comes back and says that ball carried out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's going to be a 14-yard punt.
I didn't think it was that short, Eric. That may have barely got the first down. Wow. West say they've got good field positions. An understatement. Not the start we wanted. 59 seconds into this third quarter. Rebels have already in field goal range.
West with all the momentum going to the locker room, and now a chance to really add to it here if they can capitalize on this great field position. From the 32-yard line, West moving right to left. Pistol formation handed to Bowers, and Bowers looked like there was a hole, but it closed quickly as Farragut's two linebackers, Broda and Alley, make the tackle after a gain of 3 yards.
Luke Hill slides back down into defensive tackle, and the shot put state champion himself, Bryce Thompson, sort of steps up as that jack outside edge rusher and doing a great job for, I'm assuming, never doing it very often. Stacked up the offensive tackle, shed the block, doing a good job out there.
Like what they saw in the first half, going to play him a little bit there.
Makes you wonder about Kilpatrick, who came off. Back to pass, dance, pump fakes, now goes for the end zone, and was it caught? I think Burdine caught it. He did. Heck of a play.
Wow.
Davila was in pretty good position to at least make it a difficult catch, and they pumped short, through long, and in the far right corner, front right corner of the end zone, far side of the field from us, it's a touchdown hookup between those two, 29 yards out.
And they do the light show, which Eric always loves, but how many times have we seen the screen? They fake the screen, go deep. Beautiful throw and catch. Davila was in good position as well, but just a perfect throw and catch there.
Service Street Auto Repair, first down number 9 of the night, and West does indeed capitalize on the great field position to begin the second half. They take over at the Farragut 32, and got a 3-yard run from Bowers, and then fake the screen, go deep to Burdine, and he reels in the pass from Hunter Dance, 29 yards out. And with 10:19 to play in our third quarter, it's West now leading 21-7, as tacking on the extra point was Schmid. Back in 1 minute with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
It's football season at Blair House. This is John Blair, president of Blair House Antiques and proud Farragut alumni. We've been proudly serving the Knoxville area with exquisite gifts and keepsakes for over 30 years. From jewelry to chandeliers, lamps to staffature, we can assist you with all of your gifting needs when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
When it comes to wings, everybody does know size does matter. No one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub in Knoxville. Wings Etc. has the biggest and meatiest award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from among 19 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero ball sauce. If you love wings and a whole lot more, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, carry out, and to watch your favorite sports all year long. Wings Etc. Knoxville, official fifth quarter location for high school football and proud sponsor of the Farragut Admirals.
So Farragut's down 21-7, and Landon Collins with a chance to return this kickoff from Patrick Schmid of West, and he returns it out across the 30, past the 35 to the 37. Nice kickoff return by Farragut Jr., Landon Collins, and so the Admirals needing badly to answer as West, following an interception, scored late in the first half, and then opening the second half, stopping Farragut 3 and out. A poor punt gives West the ball at the Farragut 32, and they quickly hit on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Dance to Antoine Burdine. As Burdine with that reception.
They're going to re-kick it.
Yeah, they are.
Landon Collins had given you the ball at the 36-yard line. I'm guessing an offsides penalty on the Rebels. Looks like where the flag's laying is the only thing that makes sense.
Yep.
For those unfamiliar with football kickoffs, you cannot cross the line of scrimmage before the kicker kicks the ball, or that is a offsides penalty. Of course, if Eric is doing, if I'm doing math, 9 of 13 maybe now that the kicker's put in the end zone, that would have been one less for Schmid.
Yeah, let's see. Touchback. No touchback. 2 of 3. Now 2 of 4. Noble takes it inside the 5 for Farragut to the 20. Spins out to the 24-yard line and will be brought down at that point. At the bottom of the pile for West was Jack Lavelle, and Farragut from its 24-yard line.
I feel like that's been a couple times tonight. There's been dead ball penalties like that plays have escaped and sort of harmed the Admirals.
Yep.
Well, certainly a punt. That was the case. So from the 24-yard line, it'll be Drummy looking for a hole. Finds one. 30-yard line. And out to the 35-yard line goes Wyatt Drummy. Make it the 37. As Drummy. This would be first down for the Admiral. Service Street Auto Repair first down. A 13-yard gain for Wyatt Drummy. Farragut's 6th Service Street Auto Repair first down of the night. And the longest run for Wyatt, who now has 7 carries, 34 yards. Troy Lockhart, 7 for 15. Farragut from the 37. Give it to Drummy again. And Smith goes for a ride. Big C.J. Smith just got taken 4 yards. And out to the 42-yard line goes Drummy. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, looked like he was on the Tennessee Tornado there at Dollywood. A nice 4-yard scamper as the big fella was just riding behind him.
2nd down, 5 yards to go.
Jacobs, Davila, and Collins are wide receivers.
Trips to the left, single receiver right should be.
It's a one.
Jacobs. Handoff, Drummy, and he's tripped up at the line. I think that was Ryan Scott maybe getting him by the ankles.
I think Wyatt DeRoche was in there as well. Made a nice. I think it was him on the shoestring. Looked like he was going to scamper free for a first down, but got him on the ankles.
No gain. 3rd down for Farragut. 3 of 6. Let's see. Change that. They went 3 and out, so they're 3 of 7 on 3rd downs. 3 and out to begin the second half. Failed to mark that on my team stat sheet. And so from the 42-yard line, Farragut snaps it back to Duncan. Throws over the middle for Collins, and great concentration.
Whoa!
And now he breaks away.
Whoa!
And he is going to the house, baby.
Woo!
Landon Collins, great concentration. A pass over the middle, deflected, and Collins with that long arm span, that long reach, grabs the loose football, reels it in, spins away from the defender, and takes it to the end zone. That's 58 yards, the score for the Admirals.
Landon Collins, there goes that man. Been wanting to get him more and more involved. Just a little slant route. Boy, did we need it. Was that 3rd down? I think it was.
Yes.
And he catches, somehow the ball gets deflected, gets his hand on it 3 or 4 times, and he's got speed to burn as he takes it to the house.
Touchdown covering 58 yards, and Ryan McHugh splits the uprights. That was what Farragut very much needed. They are back in the ball game, 21-14. With 8:23 to play. West leading Farragut by a touchdown, and Farragut kicking it off when we return in 1 minute. You're listening to Farragut Football on West 105, worldwide at WFIV.com, and paired with BDC Productions video stream, linked through FarragutFootball.com.
Is it time to replace your existing doors and windows? Call the best, CRS Exteriors. They sell and install only the highest quality replacement windows, like the energy efficient and beautiful Infinity from Marvin Windows. At CRS Exteriors, the first price is the best price, and that just got better. Want details? Call them at 670-8823. I did. Or CRSExteriors.com.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Derek Miser of Miser Wealth Partners doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement.
No!
Well, on the kickoff return, the Admirals looked like they had Marshawn Bowers bottled up. From our angle, he just dissolved into a mass of humanity, but then suddenly he came sprinting out the far side. Nobody was able to wrap him up, and he sprints to the far side, gets up the sideline across the way in front of his West teammates, and moves it out to the 40-yard line. So a good kickoff return for the Rebels, who go back to work, leading Farragut 21-14. The Admirals struck just a moment ago on a third down pass completion over the middle to Landon Collins. He spun loose of a West defender and sprinted 58 yards for the touchdown.
Wow.
This will be the West scat back, loose, and Jamison with a big gain off the right side. I was finishing making notes on the kickoff return yardage, and the Rebels hit him for a big one. As from the 40-yard line, West answers immediately. Jamison finds a hole and then just explodes into space as he moves from the 40 down to, it appears, the 13-yard line. There in the red zone are the Rebels, and they'll hand it to Jamison again, and Farragut wraps him up as he gets us down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, off right tackle again. Jamison, 5'6", 135 pounds, soaking wet, but he's quicker than the hiccup, and he moves down on a big play, last play, and gets a couple here on first down as West is trying to answer that Admiral touchdown.
Gains a couple, does Jamison, and they'll give it to him as he comes wide near side, and Farragut bottles him up, throws him down, and that was Jack Alley and Bryce Thompson in on the play.
Bryce Thompson really showing some spark as he got a run early in the first half and is doing it again in the second half. Big third down here. Admirals down a touchdown in the red zone are the Rebels. 7:15 left in this game as it's third and about 6.5.
Believe this is the first red zone trip of the night for West because the touchdowns previously have come from beyond the red zone. 29 yards, 32 yards, and 73 yards, the scoring plays for the Rebels. They're at the 10, third down and about 7 to go. Dance has time, throws, he's got a man open on the slant, and that will be a touchdown for West. I think that's Burdine off the right side. Indeed it is. Burdine beat his man to the inside and is open for the touchdown pass that is good from 10 yards out.
Yeah, a little two-man route, looked like a slant and an out route, and the outside man got his man on the outside shoulder, and he's able to make a nice pitch and catch for a Rebel touchdown.
That's the second touchdown of the second half for Burdine. And Schmid tacks on the extra point. 6:53 to go in our third quarter, and West immediately answers Farragut's touchdown with one of its own, pushing its lead back out to 2 scores at 28-14. Back in 1 minute with a kickoff as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Hi, I'm Angie Cody with the Angie Cody team, brokered by eXp Realty. I've been asked recently, is now a good time to buy a house? Of course it is. I'm seeing less multiple offers, which means less competition. Home prices are leveling off, and we have an increase in inventory. If you're thinking about buying, please reach out to me at angiecody.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, this is Dave from DG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Kohl's Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
It'll be a touchback off the toe of Schmid, the West kicker, and so Farragut will start from its 20-yard line, trailing 28-14 with 6:53 to go in our third quarter here at West High School. West making it look easy the last few times they've had the ball. The last 3 possessions, they've scored on a 32-yard screen pass, the 29-yard pass into the end zone to Antoine Burdine, and then a moment ago on the slant to Burdine from 10 yards out on third down. Farragut runs it off the left side, And that's Wyatt Drummy on the carry, gaining perhaps 2 yards. It'll be second down.
Yeah, they try to go the right bunch formation and get something going off left tackle, but nothing, not a lot doing.
10 carries now for Wyatt on the night for 41 yards. Farragut quickly to the line. Gunter is the H-back off of right tackle Avery Moore. Admirals with 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Hand to Drummy. 25 and out to the 27-yard line as he was stumbling a bit, but on his way down, Jack Keefe makes the finishing blow. McAllister perhaps helped trip him up. So from the 22 out to the 28, a 6-yard gain. It's third down and 2.
Yeah, big third and short here.
It'll be Duncan pulling it, throws short to Shepard, and Shepard got across the 30. That was the line to make, and they will move the chains. And so Duncan, under duress from an on-rushing West defender, kept his cool, dumped it off short to Shepard, and Shepard got just enough for the first down. A Service Street Auto Repair first down. Farragut's 8th of the night and 3rd of the second half.
Yeah, just got just enough on the scramble drill, finding Shepard on the 30 exactly.
This will be into the ballgame, Lockhart, and they pop him off the left side, 35-40, out to the 42, maybe 43-yard line as he continues to battle, and they'll mark him down at about the 43.
And don't let him get loose. I think he showed last week his speed is vastly underrated if he gets out in open space. That one was off left tackle. Nice run as he gains about 12 yards.
To pick up another Service Street Auto Repair first down. Duncan back to pass, throws, and that ball is off the hands of the receiver, thrown behind Davila as he made a break to the west sideline. And fortunately for Farragut, that ball did not deflect right to Marshawn Bowers, who got an interception on a deflection early in this game.
Yeah, just thrown really quickly, got on him quickly. Really nice throw, and Davila adjusted late to try to make the catch on a little stop 10-yard route.
Second down, 10 yards to go for Farragut from its 42-yard line. Ball on the far side hash as Farragut moves left to right. That's east to west in this third quarter. Hand off to Lockhart. Lockhart, got maybe a yard. It's going to be third down and long for the Admirals from the 42 out to the 43.
Anderson Smith on the tackle for the Rebels.
So Farragut, usually when you're 5 of 9 on third downs, you feel like things are going your way, but the Admirals are down 2 scores, 28-14. They need to pick up this third down. As from the 43-yard line, Wes with those 3 down linemen and the linebacker Anderson Smith up on the line as well. Back to pass is Duncan and goes down. He's hit by C.J. Smith. And that is going to be back at the 36-yard line as Farragut will lose 7 on the sack. Third time tonight that Duncan has been sacked.
Yeah, C.J. Smith, 6'3", 250, rudely takes him down off the edge on third and long and going to force a punt for the Admirals as this one is getting a little emotional with 3:45 left in the third quarter.
Burnett from the 37 as West will have Marshawn Bowers, who's done a little bit of everything tonight for the Rebels, awaiting this punt. Burnett, nice high hanging punt, and that will be angled beautifully away from West. And why did they blow the whistle? Did it go out of bounds?
I think that's what they're saying.
It bounced out of bounds and back onto the field of play?
Yeah.
They're marking it out at the 37-yard line.
Okay. So from the 37 to the 37, would have thought that was better than a 26-yard punt.
It hung out there. It hung up there for a long ways.
West from its 37-yard line, leading 28-14 with 3:30 to go in the third. They'll hand it off to Bowers, and Farragut's Jack Alley whips him down from behind. Maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Jack was blitzing, able to get him down for a minimal gain off the right side.
I think Jack's sort of giving us the universal sign for let me go again.
Yeah, he's fired up. He wants to make a play. His team needs it badly, down a couple scores.
2nd down 9 for West from its 38-yard line as we go into 3 minutes to play in the third. Rebels having outscored Farragut 14-7 in this third quarter, outscoring them in the first half 14-7 as well. Play fake. Dance rolls right, fires it off to his H-back, and the big guy, Davis, is taken down by Landon Collins across the way at the 40.
Landon Collins has come to play football tonight. He is finally, looks like he's 100%, and he is playing an outstanding game. Both sides of the ball. Had a nice kickoff return earlier that unfortunately was blown dead.
Yeah, Braden, Mason, had some good times. It is Landon's time. And he has played well tonight on both sides of the ball. But we're going to need a stop here. 2 minutes left in the third down. You got to get the ball back. You feel like you got to get a stop right here.
West is 2 of 6 on third downs, converted their only third down earlier this quarter. So from the 40-yard line, empty set. Dance throws short, right side. Burdine makes the catch, got the first down, it looks like. They'll mark it at the 47 of Farragut. And so that's going to be a 13-yard gain to Burdine, and a third down conversion, a Service Street Auto Repair first down.
And that may be their third down conversion, but that kind of hitch route sit down, they're giving Burdine a lot of respect with his speed, as they do yet again.
So into Farragut territory, move the Rebels, and in the pistol formation, they've got Davis the H-back on the left, Cummings the receiver to the far side, a couple of receivers here to the left, no doubt. Horde is in the slot. Now Davis resets as the H-back on the right. Jamison is a scat back, and there's an awkward toss to him from Dance, and that's going to lose yardage as they ran it to the short side, ran it into the boundary, and Broda was over there to push him out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell the Admiral D's taking some more chances. They're blitzing a little bit more. They're trying to make something happen. Because as you said, Eric, the last 3 or 4 possessions, West has kind of gotten what they wanted offensively.
Devin Jamison with that loss of 1. He had the big run earlier this quarter, 47 yards. So 2nd down and 11 yards to go from the 48 of Farragut. Horde comes in motion left to right. A play fake to him. They'll throw down the right sideline, and they will say Bowers made the catch at the 34.
Oh, no, sir. He had a terrible view, and he absolutely did not catch it.
Let's watch the replay as Dance throws. Oh, that ball hopped in.
Yeah, you can't get a great view, but
34-yard line. 1st and 10, Service Street Auto Repair first down for West. And here's Bowers running right. And he'll be inside the 30 somewhere across the way from this low angle. You just kind of have to wait and see. It looks like they're going to say the 29, so a 5-yard gain.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. West trying to make it happen, getting to the 4th up 2 scores.
From the 29. 2nd down and 5 for the Rebels. Pistol, they'll hand to Bowers, and he's got, I think, first down yardage. Broda making the tackle along with Landon Collins at the 24-yard line. So a 5-yard gain and a Service Street Auto Repair first down.
That'll take us to the 4th quarter.
So West is driving. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Farragut 24, leading the Admirals 28-14 with 12 minutes remaining in this non-region contest here at West Bill Wilson Field. Let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with fourth quarter action on the other side. It's Farragut football Friday night on West 105, worldwide at WFIP.com, and paired with BDC Productions video stream linked through FarragutFootball.com.
Hey there, Farragut football fans. When you're attending this week's game, be sure to catch a super cool t-shirt from the Pizza Kitchen. Only 3 t-shirts will be thrown per game. Every time you wear your t-shirt to the Pizza Kitchen, you get a free order of cheesy bread. This is limited to the 2023 Farragut football season only. Remember the Pizza Kitchen for your pregame tailgate. Located on Kingston Pike in the Level Heights Shopping Center. Check out thepizzakitchenknoxville.com for more info.
Farragut High School game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank, a local community bank focused on the success of the areas they serve. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage by visiting citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Defense! Get him, Admiral!
Fourth quarter getting underway as West will pitch to Marshawn Bowers, and Jack Alley tracks him down from behind from the 24-yard line. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, no more.
Bowers on the carry, brought down from behind by number 7.
120 yards rushing tonight for Bowers.
2nd and 10.
On 14 carries.
On the 24, on the cusp of the red zone yet again.
D-line for the Admirals going to have Hill and Purvis at tackle, Caro and Thompson, I believe, at defensive end. Linebackers Alley and Broda.
Play fake, dance, rolling right, being pressured by Carball and throws incomplete. Good pressure by Carball on the strong safety blitz.
Carball, don't play favorites, never have, but boy, he was shot out of a cannon. Special teams stud last year, really athletic, good size. Popped him, and it was overthrown because of the pressure. 3rd down.
Carball coming in from the outside, or strong safety of Landon Collins and Landis Davila out there at corner as well. Jordan Shepard at corner. With, I believe, far side is that Karishi Smith on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
So Robbie Jacobs getting a breather, I guess, and Shepard rotating in at corner with Collins in at safety where Shepard often plays. 3rd down and 10. Dance being pressured by Carroll, and he throws for the end zone. Farragut's in great position, and the ball is knocked away from the Admirals' Carball at the front, at the pylon by the receiver. Bowers knocked it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, Caro very upset that the hold wasn't called on him.
Yep.
Carball almost with the pick there on the scramble drill, as we're going to get a 41-yard field goal to make it a 3-score game.
Of course, being a right-footed kicker, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to push it than it would be to pull it back. Kick it from the left hash. The ball is up in the air.
Plenty of leg.
And it is no
pulled
good.
left.
Missed it left. Yep. He's 3 of 5 now for the year. His long 40 misses here from 41. And that would have probably been good from 10 yards farther back, if accurate, but a little bit to the left. And Farragut with a stop that they had to have to remain in this game. 11:04 to play, and Farragut takes over at its 20-yard line, trailing West 28-14.
Yep, feels like it's time, Tyler. 11 minutes left, 2 touchdowns down. You're going to have to make a drive together now.
You know what? You talked about it being the first day of September. It's dark outside in a game finally.
Yeah.
We've got the drum line right down here in front of us. This is football, baby. I am so glad we're at this time of year.
Yeah.
Cam Duncan, 2 receivers each side for him. He'll throw short to Burnett, and Burnett with a short gain grabbing at his back as he goes to the ground. 2-yard gain for Brooks Burnett. His first catch of the night and third of the season.
Seems like they have really grown to trust Brooks Burnett in the passing game. You think when you go 4 wides, a lot of times you're expecting to get a third receiver on the field. It looks like Brooks is sort of getting that third receiver type role.
He's the 4th receiver to catch a ball tonight, joining Landis Davila, Jordan Shepard, and Landon Collins. So from the 22-yard line, Farragut's 2nd down and 8, and a flag is dropped in.
Ball start on somebody. I didn't see it. But I do give this officials some credit. Last week it was the knee pad police as they sent 45 players back for having their knees exposed.
Yeah, hadn't been many flags tonight. Back them to the 17-yard line. Duncan looking, throwing over the middle for Collins, and a jump ball over the middle between he and Burdine goes incomplete at the 32-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd, right?
Yep, 3rd down. Trying to find the big Collins over the middle on the slant, and just couldn't connect, and there was good defense by the safety as well.
Burdine in coverage for West. And so Collins is in the slot far side. Davila's the receiver to the near side. Back to pass is Duncan. Looking on the wheel route. And caught by Burnett at the 35 to the 40.
Go, Burnett!
Down the near sideline.
Pretty good speed.
Brooks Burnett. They're trying to run him down. And Burnett will dive across the goal line. Touchdown, Admirals. It was the wheel to Burnett. And he was able just barely to beat Horde to the end zone as Farragut will go 83 yards on the completion down the visitor's sideline.
Yeah, a little tight end wheel route, and the defender was there, but perfectly thrown over his head. And then Burnett's got some pretty good speed for a tight end, but 6 Horde is absolutely flying. Catches him at the end, but he's able to sneak in to the end zone for 6.
So McHugh looking to add the extra point. Out of the hold of Haig, the snap of McNear. It's good, and Farragut continues to hang around. 28-21. The Admirals trailing with 9:35 to go in this ball game at West High School. Back with a kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
WFIV 105.3 FM. Loud Farragut, Lenore City. You're listening to West 105.
It's football season at Blair House. This is John Blair, president of Blair House Antiques and proud Farragut alumni. We've been proudly serving the Knoxville area with exquisite gifts and keepsakes for over 30 years. From jewelry to chandeliers, lamps to staffeture, we can assist you with all of your gifting
Not
needs.
dead yet.
And the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Hi, I'm Angie Cody with the Angie Cody team, brokered by eXp Realty.
Third touchdown for
Duncan. Is now a good time to buy a house? Of course it is. I'm seeing less multiple offers, which means less competition. Home prices are leveling off, and we have an increase in inventory. If you're thinking about buying, please reach out to me at angiecody.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Farragut trailing 28-21 with 9:35 to play. Just hit an 83-yard touchdown on the wheel route to the tight end, Brooks Burnett. The third touchdown thrown tonight by Cam Duncan as McHugh puts his toe into it, sends it down bounding inside the 5. It'll be Bowers on the return, and it comes wide open. Bowers has got to beat McHugh. McHugh holds him up in time for the cavalry to arrive. And Bowers has returned it out across midfield to the 47-yard line of Farragut.
And I'm going to give McHugh credit again.
Yeah.
I know he made it. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, Tyler? Or Eric?
Last week.
Last week, an incredible tackle. He didn't make the tackle there against one of the most athletic guys in this area, but he slowed him down. He knows how to handle a guy in the open field. Luckily, he got him down because that looked like 6.
Does anyone else watch Marshawn Bowers think back to Marcellus Jackson last year from Fulton the past couple years?
He's bigger. He's a
He's
whole
bigger.
lot bigger.
He's a lot bigger, but he is everywhere on the field doing just about everything.
Yeah, that's true. From the 47-yard line, pistol formation. I think they've got Jamison after that big return by Bowers, giving him a breather. So Jamison checks into the offensive backfield. And you got 6 Horde, the slot receiver, on the left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. H-back's going to set up on the left side as West moving left to right in this fourth quarter. Ball in the near hash. They hand it off to Jamison.
Got him.
Alley's got him down. Nowhere to go. And they'll say no gain.
It's unbelievable, Tyler. Sometimes a big play on offense can really energize the defense. You get back in the game, make it 1 score. You can feel this defense wants to make a play for their offense.
Normally you always hear people say the defense has got to help out the offense.
Yeah.
Right now the offense is giving the defense everything they need right now. They converted on the big touchdown there. You're right. This team's leaning on each other, and Jack Alley is doing everything he can to stop that running game for West.
That's a good point. Sometimes the offense got to pick up the defense. That's what they just did.
47-yard line, 2nd down, 10 for West.
Get out there.
Down the line to 6 Horde, and he tries to get outside, and he sidesteps a man, sidesteps 2, and then got away from a 3rd, and is out of bounds across the way, as that's going to be first down yardage from the 47. Horde just dancing around, elusive as can be, moves to the 33, a 14-yard gain, and a Service Street Auto Repair first down.
Yeah, 6 Horde and Marshawn Bowers are 2 very talented kids who have been very difficult to handle. We could probably throw in Devin Jamison as well, awfully hard to handle with some real quickness.
56 yards on 6 catches for 6 Horde. As from the 33, they'll hand it off, and Jamison up the middle will have Carball coming over, grabs him, and the ball on the 33, right, is going to be, and I cannot figure out, cannot get accustomed to this West scoreboard. At the 23, should be a first down, a 10-yard gain.
West hurrying back up to the line.
15th Service Street Auto Repair first down of the night for West, and now it looks like they jumped up front, right?
Yep. Good to see. Needed it.
5-yard step off against West. 6th penalty of the night. Yeah, that's the one thing. Used to be you could come over here to West and you could count on 100 yards in penalties. And since Coach Lamar Brown has taken over this team, that does not happen anymore. That does not happen at all. And
discipline.
It was a false start.
That was a false start again. What happened there? And his knee's down.
The ground.
What?
Jack Alley says he'll take care of it.
We missed a couple things there, but
it was a false start. I think the ball skipped into the receiver. He fielded it off the turf on one knee, and
yeah, there was 3 or 4 issues on that play. We didn't call any of them.
That's 16. But that's okay.
Still okay overall.
Lost a yard.
Yeah.
Would have been 5 on the penalty, but you got the down.
Yeah.
Abel Anslett in as the slot receiver for the Rebels. And then also Joey Wilson in as the H-back, set up on the left side. The Admiral Nation is loud right now.
Feeling it.
From the 29-yard line, back to pass off play action. Dance throwing for the end zone. It'll be Farragut tipping it away. That is beautifully done by Landon Collins as they were going for Burdine in his 3rd touchdown of the second half. And leaping high, the long-armed Collins knocks it away in the end zone.
I'll tell you what, Dance doesn't have a lot of experience. He's put some pretty good touch on some balls. And that was another beautiful throw, faking the jet to the left, inside the safety and the corner. Luckily, Landon Collins is almost 6'2" and can jump out of the gym because he got just a fingertip on that ball.
3 receivers to the left for the Rebels, 1 to the right.
3rd down and long from the 29-yard line of Farragut as the Farragut supporters trying to get a defensive stop, help their defensive unit get the stop. They'll throw it down the line, right side. That's straight up.
Block in the back.
And Farragut will have Davila getting him down at the 21-yard line.
Oh.
And Carball asking where's the block in the back.
Yeah. Man, that was clearly in the vision. They always call that. Block in the back on Carball they did not call. 7 minutes left in this game, but it is 4th down. But I'll tell you what, Eric, this kicker's got a really solid leg, and he's rushing on the field late. But
again, he's going to be on the left hash, kicking left to right. So again, he's got to push it. Last time he missed from 41. This is going to be
39.
from 39. Snap comes back. Kick is down.
They hook it again?
Going, and
he
got it in there from 39 yards. Did Patrick Schmid. He is now on the season, I believe, 4 of 6. 1 of 2 on the night. A 39-yarder is good with 7:01 to play in our ball game here at West, and the Rebels have opened up a 2-score lead, 31-21. Back with a kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105 worldwide at WFIB.com.
Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Buy any new Nissan from us, and you will receive a lifetime warranty. And that's a long, long time. If you can drive it, we can warranty. Ted Russell Nissan, home with a lifetime warranty on Kingston Pike.
When it comes to wings, everybody does know size does matter. No one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub in Knoxville. Wings Etc. has the biggest, meatiest, award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from among 19 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero wall sauce. If you love wings and a whole lot more, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, carry-out, and to watch your favorite sports all year long. Wings Etc. Knoxville, official fifth quarter location for high school football and proud sponsor of the Farragut Admirals.
It's football time in Farragut. Let's score with a great gift from your local jeweler, International Flair Jewelers, right here in the heart of Farragut. Unique, beautiful jewelry, repairs, custom designs, and all in between. Come in.
It's open.
30, 40.
International Flair Jewelers.
Robbie Jacobs with a new role to try out as the kickoff returner, and he fields this one inside the 10 and shot out of a cannon. Brett right back up through the middle. He clears the 40 out to the 44-yard line, and so Farragut down 31-21, at least with good starting field position with 6:55 to play.
Yeah, Robbie's got some speed. I liked what I've seen from him from the receiver and the secondary position. Showed some good speed there, got it to the 44. Admirals need to score quickly, down double digits.
Down 31-21, bunch formation off the left for Farragut as they've got 3 receivers in close. They'll run it that way with Wyatt Drummy, and Drummy across the 45 to the 46-yard line, a 2-yard gain. 49 yards on the night for Drummy.
Fourth quarter's been our quarter, boys. We've had a couple toss-ups this season. Somehow we found a way to win, and Cam Duncan has been at his best in the fourth quarter to date. We're going to need some more magic tonight.
Second down, 8 yards to go from the 46-yard line of Farragut as Duncan steps into a pass over the middle. It's got it again. Oh, the catch.
Look at that move.
Sidestep the man. He's to the 20. He's to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Landon Collins over the middle from Duncan, and the Admirals hit him for a long touchdown of, 54 yards.
Wow. That was incredible. Landon Collins trying to get him more involved. I've been talking about him. Love him. Third brother, bringing his talent. And what a little beautiful slant route. And boy, did he make a man miss, and he's got some speed for his size. Takes it to the house.
Second long touchdown of the night. The first one covered 58. This one, 54. Ryan McHugh adds the extra point, and Farragut within 3 now as West leads 31-28 with 6:11 to play in our fourth quarter. Back with a kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box and mom and pop, so many greedy restaurants.
Shop Farragut.
Looking for a fast quote? How about the right quote? We here at the Mike Dyer Agency can deliver both to help you with your insurance needs. Call us today at 865-966-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at MikeDyer Insurance Agency.com. And remember, Nationwide,
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Ryan McHugh to kick it away. Farragut trailing 31-28. Line drive kick is going to bounce down to the 5-yard line where Marshawn Bowers takes it on a hop. 25-30, 35-40. McHugh can't hold him up this time. And Bowers to the 40 of Farragut, the 30, down the near sideline, the 20, the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for Marshawn Bowers. He has had a long touchdown run, a long touchdown reception, and now a kickoff return for a touchdown to go with a first quarter interception on defense.
Yeah, he's been, in a word, a pain, Eric. And tell you what, there was a huge hole on that side, and he broke through it, and then we aren't able to get him down. Boy, this has been a game of runs as West breaks our heart again with a kick return. Another touchdown, long touchdown by Bowers.
We'll say about 90 yards, so Patrick Schmid to attempt the extra point.
We've got
58 to play.
We had 3 players out there on the kick block there, Eric.
5:58 to go in the fourth quarter, and it's 38-28. West leading after an approximate 90-yard kickoff return by Marshawn Bowers. And again, Schmid adds the extra point. Farragut lucky they didn't just go for 2. And Farragut's down 10, 38-28. We're back in 30 seconds with more as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Where do you go for shrimp? Straight from the Gulf, wild salmon, and the best clam chowder in the South. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market. The Shrimp Dock has fish delivered from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf multiple times per week. Whether it's fish on the grill or a shrimp boil tailgate party for family and friends, the Shrimp Dock is your home for fresh seafood and shellfish. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. Monday through Saturday, and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
Schmid's kick sails down to the 2 where Jordan Shepard mishandles it, now picks it up. Shepard to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Coming to the near sideline, 25-30, 35-40. And to the 43-yard line, Schmid, the kicker, gets him into the Farragut sideline. As the Admirals with a nice answer. And they'll go back to work. Again, down 2 scores, 38-28 with 5:40 to play, and they wind the clock.
Yeah, hello, can we bring it back? This is why they didn't want us in the box with them, so they could run the clock.
It's still going.
So let's see how far down we can get it. Well, this game's been fun. It's at times. It's been a game of runs, and if you like offense, there's been a lot. If you like special teams, there's been a lot.
If you're a defensive football fan, you're just angry.
Yeah. Well, I think there's probably a lot of those today in college or high school.
Farragut will open region play next Friday, hosting Cleveland. They've put 5:38 on the game clock. West, by the way, next week will be at Maryville. So back to pass is Duncan. Pump fakes, now throws, and Davila trying to make a juggling catch. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Landis with a first down catch just past the sticks as Farragut. What a catch by Landis.
Brett, I know this is probably going to be sacrilegious to say. There's been one player I've watched a lot in my lifetime that's been able to play the sidelines like Landis does. He reminds me a little bit of T. Higgins with his body control and his length on the sidelines.
That's a comparison right there.
I mean, if you watch what T was able to do in high school and even now, is C.J. Smith gets to Cam Duncan.
Yeah. Big sack from the blind side as Smith comes. And Farragut with the ball at the 42-yard line after that great sideline catch by Davila. They're going to lose back to the 48, so Duncan loses 6.
And when that sack comes from C.J. Smith, it's very painful. He's had 2 or 3 tonight, and they have brought some thunder.
Duncan takes the snap from McNair, steps up, throws over the middle for Collins, and he makes the catch at the 31-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain.
Landon's really showing himself tonight, kind of early in the junior year, showing that he's a bad man.
Farragut with a Service Street Auto Repair first down, going for the downs, looking for Davila, and this one will be overthrown, incomplete.
Still plenty of time, Tyler. 4:44 left, down 10. You've got, 3 timeouts left? Both teams do.
And with the 4:44 left on the clock, we may still get another 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, plenty of time. Can we get a stop is what we need.
Davila and Jacobs splitting out to the right, as well as Landon Collins.
Yep, trips to the right, and it's kind of strange to see Landis the inside of 3 receivers, but that is the case, as Collins is the middle receiver. They'll run it left, and it's Lockhart breaking a tackle and getting out of bounds. No, they say Ned didn't get out of bounds. And so from the 32-yard line, Lockhart knocked into the Farragut sideline at the 27.
Yeah, Lockhart ran in hard there, just broke a tackle off left tackle. 3rd and 4 or 5, really want to pick this up.
Yeah, 3rd down for the Admirals. They've been good on 3rd down tonight. Back to pass is Duncan from the 27, firing for Burnett, incomplete. Incomplete, threw that one high.
4th down here, Eric. I don't think you're going to kick a 44-yard field goal. I think you want to try to pick this up.
4th down, 5 yards to go from the 27-yard line. Admirals get the call from offensive coordinator Jeff Courtney on the sideline, and Duncan relays it to his team. 2 receivers right, 1 left, H-back to the left. Lockhart in the offensive backfield. Duncan throws short, looking for Davila, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Came out wobbly and just not accurate as a result. So it'll go over on downs.
Yeah, Ryan Scott and with the pressure.
West will take over at its 27-yard line, and Farragut in critical need of a stop with 4 minutes to play in this one, down 38-28. West will have Jamison in the offensive backfield, pistol formation. That's West's preferred look. 2 receivers and an H-back left, single receiver right for the Rebels. As Dance throws left side, and that is dropped as the intended receiver. Not one I was anticipating, number 32, Abel Ancelot.
Yeah, not one that's played a lot, as that little quick screen that they've run probably a dozen times. Incomplete, most importantly for the Admirals, stops the clock.
Dance is thrown for 185 tonight. Cam Duncan's thrown for 267. First-year starting quarterbacks. Hands off to Jamison, and Purvis among.
Oh, ball's out!
The ball's out! And Farragut has got the football at the 30-yard line.
We got it.
Coming up with it. Who else but Jack Alley? Jamison lost the second ball of the night, and Alley with the first recovery of the year.
Wow, yeah. That ball came out really late, Eric. And the Sparks continue as the Admirals are now 30 yards from pay dirt. Got to score quick. Still got 3 timeouts left.
Jack Alley with the recovery. As Farragut from the West 30-yard line. First turnover of the second half. Admirals have got to cash it in with 3:49 to play. As back to pass is Duncan. Being pressured and going down, and it's the nose guard again getting there for the Rebels. It was Wyatt DeRoche.
Yeah, DeRoche been a bit of a problem there at the nose guard position. Another sack.
Minus 32 yards now for Duncan. He's been sacked 5 times. Drummy splits out right. They throw to Davila. Wide receiver screen. The Admirals to the 30, to the 25-20. And Davila shoved out of bounds by Scott as Farragut goes for a first down from the 39. Where will they mark it? Looks like the 18-yard line.
Yeah, after a big sack, Eric, they get everybody to the line quickly. Run the receiver screen set up perfectly as Davila gets a first down.
There's a whistle on the field for
something. We need to rest.
I'm wondering if they're talking about the are you allowed to play music when the quarterback at some point was there not there? Because it seems like there's been music played all night.
Yeah.
And it's not just here. It's a lot of places now.
It was crazy going back and watching that season opener, Farragut against Dobbins-Bennett, because the Dobbins-Bennett plan played nonstop. And meanwhile, Farragut, with his third down music, wasn't able to cut it off when they intended to. From the 18-yard line, Farragut in the red zone, first down and 10. Duncan takes the snap, looks, is trying to set his feet, and going to be blasted. So Duncan takes the sack, and it's going to be back to the 25-yard line, call it the 24, 6-yard loss.
You'd like to see that one thrown away at minimum.
Yeah. So Duncan relaying the call up front. The guys in the trenches from the 24-yard line, second down 16, back to pass. Duncan throws, and Davila somehow makes the grab with Six Horde all over him, and he gets down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of traffic there. Six Horde is a very good defender, and he has, as you kind of said pregame, Eric, you're going to have to make some contested catches, right? That's something you talked about. We've had to do that for sure.
From the 16-yard line, it's third down for Farragut. They'll throw for the end zone and overshot Robbie Jacobs, so fourth down upcoming.
You might kick it. I don't know.
2:19 to play, and
they will.
Noah Haig coming on. Ryan McHugh to attempt a field goal with 2:19 to play as Farragut faces fourth down and 8 to go from the 16-yard line.
Gotta have it. 33-yard field goal. Gotta have it.
McHugh, 1 of 1 this season, 41-yarder against Dobbins-Bennett in the opener. Noah Haig will hold. Roger McNear will snap. From the near side hash, kicking right to left, and it's good.
Attaboy.
By McHugh as the Farragut sophomore splits the uprights. 33-yard field goal pulls Farragut to within 38-31 with 2:14 remaining here at West High. Back with a kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Hello, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. After 22 years, we are both proud and humbled by how this community has embraced us. We are proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Admirals games, and we are humbled by the support we've been shown during these past couple of years. We remain committed to offering the highest quality cookies, pastries, pies, and breads, and our cake decorator will make your special occasion a dazzling affair. Open Wednesday through Saturday in the Cole Shopping Center. Come see, smell, and taste what's baking at VG's Bakery.
Hello, this is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
2:14 to go. Farragut's got its full complement of timeouts. Do you go onside here?
Yeah, you got 3. I think we're going to kick it deep, Eric.
Everybody up for West. They've got one deep man, Six Horde.
No,
the other 10 are up close. 5 frontliners and 5 more right behind them.
The way we've stopped
6
them.
yards back. And we're going to go onside here with McHugh. First time this year that Farragut will try the onside kick. Takes a big hop, but then it goes right to West. It bounced prematurely, right? You want that second hop to be the big one, and it was the first hop. And so the ball hopped up right at midfield, not only the 50-yard line, but in the middle of the field laterally. And West was able to cover it up with relative ease.
And I guess the other thing you're thinking, kick returns have not gone very well, right? So they've returned most of them to the 40 or 50, so why don't we try an onside kick? If we get it, great. If not, it's on the 50. We've got 3 timeouts left. So I think it was the right decision, but can you get a stop?
38-31, West leading Farragut. 27 points scored in this fourth quarter, 17 for Farragut, 10 for West. Pistol formation, handoff to Bowers, and Bowers to the 45, down to the 42 of Farragut. That will be an 8-yard gain, maybe a 9-yard gain, second down and short, and so you don't want to use your timeout, obviously, if you're Farragut here.
Yeah, 2nd and 1, not what the doctor ordered, as they can get a first down here, no timeouts left, given up yet.
15 carries, 129 yards tonight for Marshawn Bowers. Devin Jamison, 11 carries, 69 yards, and a couple of fumbles. They've been the run game, those two backs. Hord's the only other ball carrier. Farragut's not been able to get to Dance. Pistol, Bowers standing behind Dance. Hands it off and tripped up at the line, but got the first down at the 40-yard line. Well, I say that. The official coming in is going to say
third down.
And I'm not so sure that's not good for them, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Public address just called Farragut Bearden.
Yeah, well.
So 1:16 to play. Farragut with 2 timeouts remaining. West, 3rd down and 1 to go. They are on the night 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Been some big plays for both teams. Kickoff returns have hurt Farragut. After they've had scores, West has been able to answer either with a touchdown or great starting field position. But the Admirals have battled throughout, and it has been another outstanding high school football game. We have been privileged to see 3 in the opening 3 weeks of this 2023 season. So pistol formation as West, with only 1 receiver, they'll run Bowers left. He jumps over the line to make, and it'll be Purvis, I believe, spinning him down. But a 3rd down conversion as Bowers moves from the 41-yard line to the 36, 5-yard gain. And a 3rd down conversion, Service Street Auto Repair, first down.
Mountain Commerce, first down. Timeout, Bearden.
Timeout for the Admirals.
That poor fellow.
Did he just say Mountain Commerce?
He's that's their first down sponsor.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh,
no.
See,
What he's doing is he's calling Farragut Bearden repeatedly.
He did it again?
Yeah.
Wow.
38-31. West leading, and now the Admirals are down to only 1 timeout remaining. Farragut having to use a timeout after West gets a first down. So it's desperation time, to say the least. And Farragut would love to see maybe Jamison back in the game. He's coughed the ball up twice, but they're, of course, going to stay with Bowers.
Yeah.
And that's what Farragut needs right now, is a ball on this carpet. So Dance hands to Bowers right up the middle, and Alley makes the tackle as Bowers gets forward to the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5, and there's Farragut's final timeout. 139 yards tonight for Marshawn Bowers.
He was able to get it that time.
Got it. It doesn't catch your ear unless it's wrong, right? So I didn't even notice that he got it right because, yeah, of course. It's only when
I may have had some help from the Farragut Nation over here,
okay,
clapping, letting me know that it was correct.
So if the Admirals are unable to somehow wrestle the ball away from the West Rebels with just over a minute to play, they're going to come up short for the first time this year, despite another great effort, fourth quarter effort, to rally back. 17 fourth quarter points, but down 38-31 with 63 seconds to play. Again, Farragut opens region play next Friday night at Bill Claybo Field against Cleveland. West goes to Maryville. Maryville and Bradley playing the first Region 2 6A game of the season tonight.
It is final.
Yeah.
Bradley Central is the new leader in Region 2 6A.
What's the score?
21-13.
Wow.
Well, you know, all the talk is about Bradley and their skill position people, but you still think, hey, it can be a line of scrimmage game, and Maryville usually wins the line of scrimmage.
I agree 100%
and so they rallied somewhat, it sounds like, in the second half, but came up short. Third down here. I don't know if, as West went victory, took a knee, they'll do it again, and that'll do it. Well, Farragut falls for the first time this year, but it was a heck of a ball game.
Yep.
West wins their 18th in a row. They're 3-0 on the season. Farragut now 2-1 as the Admirals, great effort, but come up short. Again, 38-31 our final here at West High School. Let's get a 3-minute break. We'll return on the other side with our post-game report. We'll get a look at all the final stats. Pick our Blair House Antiques player or players of the game and get a look at other scores of interest from around East Tennessee as part of our post-game show. Back in 3 minutes with more as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105 and worldwide at WFIV.com.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Bowden, Farragut, Lenore City. You're listening to West 105.
It's football time in Farragut. Let's score with a great gift from your local jeweler, International Flair Jewelers, right here in the heart of Farragut. Unique, beautiful jewelry, repairs, custom designs, and all in between. Come in as a customer and leave as a friend. International Flair Jewelers.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Derek Miser of Miser Wealth Partners doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He'll develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement.
Attention, BLJ Bus Lines are hiring. We're looking for school bus drivers who are loyal, dedicated, responsible people who want to serve the community. Make up to $20 per hour, along with sign-on bonuses and training is provided. Enjoy a flexible schedule, split shifts with weekends and holidays off. We're looking for full and part-time drivers. This is the perfect job for stay-at-home parents and retirees. BLJ Bus Lines is a family-owned business, and we serve Farragut, Hardin Valley, and the North Shore area. If this sounds like a position for you, contact Bill at 865-966-8246 today. That's 865-966-8246.
Is it time to replace your existing doors and windows? Call the best, CRS Exteriors. They sell and install only the highest quality replacement windows like the energy efficient and beautiful Infinity from Marvin Windows. At CRS Exteriors, the first price is the best price, and that just got better. Want details? Call them at 670-8823. I did. Or CRSExteriors.com.
Have you heard about the breakthrough Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires? One look at the track, and you will know it is different. It hugs the road, wet or dry, stops shorter, and lasts longer than the 4 leading competitive tires. Where do you get the Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires installed correctly for perfect balance and alignment? Go see Fisher. Yes, Fisher Tire can match anyone's price, but nobody can match their service.
Fisher Tire on Kingston Pike in Buren and Farragut and North on Broadway.
It's football season at Blair House. This is John Blair, president of Blair House Antiques and proud Farragut alumni. We've been proudly serving the Knoxville area with exquisite gifts and keepsakes for over 30 years. From jewelry to chandeliers, lamps to staffature, we can assist you with all of your gifting needs when the gift must be perfect. Blair House. Your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
And we welcome you into the postgame report from West Bill Wilson Field, where tonight the Rebels remain unbeaten on the season. They win their 18th in a row as they defeat Farragut 38-31. Farragut, now 2-1 on the season, turns its attention to region play, which begins next Friday night as the Admirals host the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Farragut got off to the early lead as the Admirals, with the only points of the first quarter, came with 11 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. An 11-yard touchdown pass on third down from Cam Duncan to Jordan Shepard. First touchdown reception of the year for Shepard. And so Farragut with a 7-0 lead. West came back with 14 in the second. First time they scored was a 73-yard touchdown run by Marshawn Bowers. That was at the 6:24 mark, tying the game at 7. And then after an interception by Six Horde late in the half, it looked like Farragut might have a chance to get on the board, take the lead into the locker room. Instead, West got an interception, returned the ball to the Farragut 32, and a one-play possession, a little screen pass to Bowers. He took it to the house, and with 50 seconds to go until halftime, West up 14-7. To open the second half, West holds Farragut 3 and out, and then a 29-yard touchdown pass to Burdine from Hunter Dance. 10-19 to go in the third. West with a 2-score lead, 21-7, but Farragut comes back. A 58-yard touchdown pass to Collins over the middle, and the ball deflected up in the air, and Landon, with defenders all around him, was able to go up and battle, get the ball, and then spun free of those defenders and took it to the end zone. 8:23 to go in the third. Farragut back to within a single touchdown of the Rebels, trailing 21-14, but West immediately answered. A 60-yard drive, a 10-yard touchdown pass from Dance again to Burdine. That was on the slant off the right side. 28-14, West leading with 6:53 to go in the third. Farragut punted on its next possession. West missed on a 41-yard field goal. Farragut took over at its 20 and hit an 83-yard wheel route to the tight end, Brooks Burnett, down the near sideline. And that made it 28-21. The Admirals down 7 after McHugh's extra point with 9:35 to go in the fourth. West came back with a 39-yard field goal from Patrick Schmid, making it 31-21 at the 7:01 mark of the fourth. Farragut responded with another pass over the middle to Collins as he outraced the West secondary to the end zone, 54 yards. 31-28, the Admirals trailing with 6:11 to play, but Bowers with a kickoff return of 90 yards, a dagger in the heart of Farragut fans. 38-28, West goes back up by 2 scores with 5:58 to play. Farragut then went over on downs. West, though, gave Farragut an opportunity. A fumble by Jamison was recovered by the Admirals linebacker Jack Alley at the West 30, and a 33-yard field goal by McHugh pulled Farragut to within 38-31. So, down 38-28 after the kickoff return. They needed 2 scores. They went ahead, took the field goal, hoping to get the ball back, and then would need the touchdown to tie or win the game with a 2-point conversion. But West was able to run the ball, well, first of all, able to recover the onside kick, and then force Farragut to use its timeouts, continue to move the ball, move the chains, and eat up what little remained of the fourth quarter clock. So 38-31, West with the victory. Looking at the team stats, West with 3 turnovers tonight, Farragut with 2. I had the Admirals with 13 Service Street Auto Repair first downs, West with 16. Farragut 5 of 12 on third down, West 4 of 10 on third down. Both teams were 0 of 1 on fourth down. Farragut flagged 3 times for 20 yards, West 6 for 36. So the Admirals come up just short. And again, West wins its 18th in a row. Let's get a 2-minute break here. We'll return to take a look at the individual stats on the other side, select our Blair House Antiques players of the game, and take a look at scores of interest from around East Tennessee. That's still to come as we conclude our post-game report coming up after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Farragut Football on West 105.
Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. When you buy a new Nissan from Knoxville's Nissan Leader, we'll warranty it for as long as you can drive it. Now, every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box and mom and pops, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
Hey there, Farragut football fans. When you're attending this week's game, be sure to catch a super cool t-shirt from the Pizza Kitchen. Only 3 t-shirts will be thrown per game. Every time you wear your t-shirt to the Pizza Kitchen, you get a free order of cheesy bread. This is limited to the 2023 Farragut football season only. Remember the Pizza Kitchen for your pregame tailgating. Located on Kingston Pike in the Lovell Heights Shopping Center. Check out thepizzakitchenknoxville.com for more info.
It's football time in Farragut.
Like it when stuff adds
with
up.
A great gift from your local jeweler, International Flair Jewelers, right here in the heart of Farragut. Unique.
We're good on spots unless you need more.
No, I'm good. We're ready to go. I think.
International Flair Jewelers.
Welcome back into our post-game report. Eric Gerhardt, Brett Clendenin, Tyler Carr with you here. Brandon Campbell behind the camera. If you're watching this evening at FarragutFootball.com, the Booster Club's live stream. And back at our WFIV studios, Dusty Street. And we saw another outstanding high school football game. But West prevails 38-31 over the Admirals, who scored 17 in the fourth. 7 in the first for Farragut, 14 in the second for West. Rebels got on the board first in the third, ended up scoring a pair of touchdowns. 14 points in the third did the Rebels. Farragut with 7, and then the Admirals outscore West 17-10 in the final stanza, but it all adds up to a 38-31 West victory. Looking at the individual stats, first for the homestanding Rebels, Marshawn Bowers, who had an interception early on a tip drill, who had a kickoff return that was a real backbreaker in the second half of this ball game. He also rushed the ball 17 times for 139 yards. Really, in a lot of ways, Farragut did well against Bowers when you consider you got to expect that a guy with that lower body and that foot speed, he's going to get his running behind that big offensive line. But 73 of his 139 came on one carry. So 17 for 139 tonight for Marshawn Bowers on the ground. 6 Horde on a jet sweep, 1 carry, -6. Devin Jamison, 11 for 69. Big run early in the second half, but he also fumbled the ball twice tonight. The team, a couple of knees at the end in victory formation for the Rebels, lost 8 yards. 31 attempts, 194 yards without those kneel downs. West 29 for 202. 1 touchdown on the ground. Again, the long one by Bowers, their first score of the night. Hunter Dance, 17 of 29 for 185 and 3 touchdowns. And Twain Burdine caught 2 of those early in the second half. A 29-yarder, a 29-yarder and a 10-yarder. He had 5 catches total for 73 yards. Marshawn Bowers had a 32-yard touchdown on a little screen pass down the left sideline just before halftime after 6 Horde had gotten the interception. Bowers with another huge play. He totaled 3 catches tonight, good for 45 yards. David Dreda, 1 catch for 7 yards. 6 Horde had 6 catches for 56 yards. Connor Cummings, 1 for 3. And the H-back Dominic Davis, 1 for 1. So 185 through the air, 194 on the ground, 379 yards of offense tonight for West. For Farragut, Wyatt Drummy carried 12 times, picked up 49 yards. Troy Lockhart, 10 carries for 33 yards. Cam Duncan, 7 for -38. He was sacked 6 times, and that's something that you look back at last year's game. Luke Johnson, I think, was sacked 6 times. And so that's something that has kind of been a recurring theme. West able to get to the Farragut quarterback. The team at the end of the first half with a kneel down to take it to the locker room. And so 30 rushing attempts, 43 yards tonight for Farragut. That number would not have been impressive as it was last week, but it's far less impressive with Duncan's sack yardage factored in. Again, Drummy, 12 for 49. He's averaging basically 5 yards a carry. Lockhart not quite as productive tonight at about 3.5 yards per carry. Cam Duncan, 14 of 28 for 296 yards and 4 touchdowns, stood in against a fierce pass rush and trying to find receivers open against a good secondary. I feel like Duncan really took a step forward tonight, despite the fact that he threw his first couple of interceptions of the season. He also threw 4 touchdowns. 2 of those went to Landon Collins. Collins with a 58-yard touchdown reception and then a 54-yard touchdown reception. He had 4 for 134 tonight. Landis Davila, 5 catches for 59. Jordan Shepard had an 11-yard touchdown catch, one of his 3 receptions, good for 18 yards. Brooks Burnett, 2 catches for 85, including what is right now the season long for the Admirals through the air, 83 yards. So Farragut with 296 through the air, 43 on the ground, 339 yards of offense tonight, 40 yards less than the West Rebels, who totaled 379. And the hidden totals in there, the kickoff returns. Marshawn Bowers with the kickoff return. That's at 7 points. It's up there on the scoreboard. Offensively, these teams kind of matched each other score for score. Ryan McHugh with a clutch field goal late to give the Admirals a chance if they could get the ball back to try to tie this game up. He hit a 33-yarder, and West was 1 for 2 on field goals tonight as Schmid knocked through a 39-yarder after having missed on a 41-yarder a little bit earlier in the second half. So as I say, a great high school football game, and the Admirals, I know, are disappointed, wanted better result, but at the same time, too, region action next week, there are things they can build off where this game is concerned.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the growth won a couple tight ones and couldn't come up with a win tonight. It's probably a little more scoring than I expected, but Cam's growing, the entire team's growing, and boy, Landon Collins coming on to throw in with Davila. That's a good 1-2 punch for sure.
And talking about it once again, this is a game that's prepping you for October, November.
Yeah.
Does this game affect you getting a playoff seeding? It could possibly knock you from a 2 to a 3 or a 1 to a 2. But that's the kind of game that all of a sudden makes you better when you've got to go to Science Hill in round 2. That's a game that's going to affect you if you have to see Dobbins Bennett again in the playoffs. That's what tonight was all about, is you find some things out about your team. And you also find some players found some things out about themselves. You look at some of these guys, Carbaugh, man, he was hurting a little bit there towards the end. He played a lot of football tonight and he was physical. He found out, man, I've got that gear. I can go to that place. And so I think you see some guys out there. Landon Collins found out, man, I can be electric. If I can score on 2 50-yard pass plays against this defense, I can do it against just about anyone in the state.
Yeah, no doubt. West has got speed to burn, plenty of it, and Collins
ran away from it.
Yeah, running stride for stride at least. That's for sure. And you know what? Burnett had pretty good foot speed here because that was a fast young man, 6'4", trying to track him down. He just did make it to the end zone with that season-long 83-yard touchdown.
As soon as he cleared it, he's like, I don't know how many more of these I'm going to get. I'm running. I'm going to get this one.
Great high school football game. Unfortunately, the Admirals come up short, 38-31. What happened elsewhere around East Tennessee tonight, Tyler?
Well, as I said earlier, Bradley Central knocks off Maryville 21-13. Anderson County is trailing Bearden 45-27 late in the fourth quarter. Hardin Valley beats Cott County 51-0. Walker Valley and Cleveland. Why have I have not found that one? Last time I checked, it was 14-7.
Go ahead. I'll find that.
Carter leads Gatlinburg Pittman 28-14 in the third. Jefferson County knocks off Science Hill 25-21. Jeff County rebounding from that week 1 loss to Oak Ridge. Lenoir City falls to Sevier County 31-13. Morristown West goes to Bristol in the Stone Castle and wins 32-14. Unicoi County beats Pigeon Forge, or is leading Pigeon Forge in the fourth quarter 9-6. Dobbins Bennett has a 41-21 point lead on Westridge in the fourth quarter. Daniel Boone beats David Crockett 35-0. Alcoa knocks off Tottenville, New York 44-6. Halls leads Fulton in the fourth 21-0. Gibbs is up on Carnes 41-20. Cofield is up 28-0 on Greenback. Meigs County defeats Kingston 12-0. Knox Central knocks off Ray County 14-7. Auburn Springs comes back to take the lead at halftime 21-14 over Harriman. Rockwood goes up 14-6 on Midway. Clinton defeats Scott 45-0 up in Scott County. Austin East trails South Louisville 41-29. Oakdale blanks Sunbright tonight 68-0. Sweetwater's up on Tellico Plains 41-6. Signal Mountain has taken control of their ball game 27-21 in the fourth against Sequoia. Loudon wins over Saudi Daisy 28-0. Stone Memorial up at the half on Cumberland Gap High School 28-0. CAK falls to Boyd Buchanan 30-8. Webb defeats Silverdale 41-7. Kings Academy leads Campbell County 13-7. William Blunt beats Heritage 29-28. And Chattanooga Christian is leading Grace Christian 49-23 in the fourth quarter.
Excellent.
So
Cleveland
it was
Walker
Walker Valley leading Cleveland in the fourth quarter. Blue Raiders, that has gone final now. Walker Valley defeats Cleveland 20-14. That'll be the first loss for the Blue Raiders, who come to Bill Claybo Field to open Region 2 play next Friday night. Cleveland previously had beaten McMinn County, I think 25-17, and put it on Clinton pretty good in the season opener. But that Coach Tigard came over from Blackman in the Murfreesboro area, and he runs kind of the high school equivalent to Josh Heupel's Tennessee offense. It is going to be tempo big time next week as Farragut and Cleveland square off in the region opener at Farragut, and Cleveland will come in 2-1. Farragut also will be 2-1. So Farragut with the takeaways tonight. Zane Qureshi-Smith had an interception. It was for Farragut tonight. Bryce Thompson with a fumble recovery. Luke Hill forced that fumble in the first half, and in the second half, Jack Alley had a fumble recovery. So those were Farragut's 3 takeaways this evening as we think about offense and defense, thinking in terms of selecting our Blair House Antiques players of the game. Guys, we don't want to hang around too long, so I'll just go ahead and say offensively, Landon Collins with a coming out party.
I'll second that.
That was an incredible performance by Collins tonight, coming up big with 2 long touchdowns in the second half. In fact, all of his receptions were, I think, in the second half. Might have had a 5-yarder in the first half. But regardless, 4 catches, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Honorable mention, Cam Duncan, because, again, I think despite throwing his first 2 interceptions of the season, he took a step forward tonight. And, at times that offensive line gave him time. Other times they were able to get pressure on him. At times there were running lanes. Other times not so much. But I feel like, again, this is a really strong and fast West defense. And, as we continue to say, drawing positives from a negative outcome tonight, I think Farragut has got some stuff they can continue to build on with this offensive line-wise, quarterback-wise, and certainly an emerging receiver in Landon Collins.
Yeah, I mean, you got the 1-2 punch receiver with Collins and Davila, and then you got a 1-2 punch at running back. The offensive line got a little bit better tonight. It's a good West team. And early on, the defense was really good, and then West kind of found some in the second quarter, kind of those last 3 quarters. But this team is exceeding kind of some of the potential preseason, and they've got a lot of guts to them.
Yeah, they play together.
Yeah,
they seem to really enjoy each other, being around each other. It's a good group to cover. I'm looking forward to the remaining games this season. A lot of them still to go, of course. But last year, I'm looking back, what did Landon do last year offensively for the Admirals? 16 catches, 133 yards. So he was a possession receiver, 8.3 yards per reception, a long of 24, 2 touchdowns. He matches 2 touchdowns tonight and went for more than 50 against probably as talented a defense as Farragut will see this season. So Landon Collins will be our offensive player of the game, sponsored by Blair House Antiques. Defensively, again, I mentioned that Jack Alley had a fumble recovery, Bryce Thompson a fumble recovery, Luke Hill had a forced fumble. But what about you mentioned Carbaugh? You mentioned Carbaugh. I mean, I thought he made some plays.
And I think he made some great plays, and he played in space a lot. Like, he didn't have a specific role tonight. It wasn't like he was an edge defender or he was the nickel in coverage. He had to do a little bit of all of it, and he, a couple times he said, I'm biting on the screen. You may not throw it, but I'm going to go and bite, and I'm going to make the play. And I think you just saw him towards the end of the game. He was exhausted. He left everything he had on the field tonight, even helped out on some coverage units as well.
Well, and the screen game was continually put him in space having to make plays, and he made Not saying he made them all, but he made plenty of them.
Made a lot of plays. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go that direction tonight. Kent Carball, always good to spread the wealth. We recognize David Broda defensively the first week and Jack Alley week 2. And so tonight we'll go with Kent Carball for his efforts. And I tell you, another guy, Landon Collins, made a couple of plays defensively too. So he's our offensive pick, but I tell you, he was noticeable on the other side of the ball too for the Admirals. Unfortunately, Marshawn Bowers was just noticeable in every phase of the game for the West Rebels. And between his long rushing touchdown, his receiving touchdown right before the half, his long kickoff return to stem Farragut momentum in the second half, and he had another one out to midfield on another occasion. Bowers really would be one of those that if you were a neutral observer and picking a player of the game, like for the winning team, obviously Marshawn Bowers would be your runaway pick. But we're here to cover the Admirals, and we did so from the visitors' stands tonight, and it was a beautiful night, great night for high school football. Hope for another Friday night like this next week as Farragut opens region play against the Blue Raiders of Cleveland. Game time, 7 o'clock. Our pregame show here on West 105 gets underway at 6:15. Farragut and Cleveland from Bill Clabo Field. If you can't make it out to root on the Admirals in person, certainly hope you'll join us here on West 105, worldwide WFIV.com. And, of course, our audio goes with Brandon Campbell's outstanding video each week. Just go to FarragutFootball.com. Live game broadcast link is there, and you can watch the pictures brought to you by Brandon as well as our stumbling and bumbling audio. Farragut falls tonight 38 to it was Bearden. That's right. Bearden fell tonight. Never mind. Farragut's still undefeated. 38-31. A little crack on public address for West. We're kidding. The Admirals are 2-1. Rebels are 3-0, and the Admirals at 2-1 will face 2-1 Cleveland next week in the region opener. Appreciate you listening tonight. Again, join us next week if you can't make it out to root on the Admirals in person. For Brandon Campbell, for Tyler Carr, for Brett Clendenin, we missed Andrew Burrows tonight. Back at our WFIV studios, Dusty Street. On behalf of those guys, I'm Eric Gerhardt. We say thank you so much for listening. We wish you a good night, a safe and enjoyable Labor Day weekend.